Going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along, and we're back, people, with Premier League action, the last game of 2024, and listen, a game that we have to win, and apologies for being late. I actually didn't realise the game was on Amazon Prime, and I had to sort out the TV. I assumed it was just on Sky Sports, but yeah, preparation is the key to elevation, they say, people. So my apologies, but we are here, better late than never, and it's Arsenal against Ipswich today, people. Arsenal against Ipswich should be 3 points, and should be a few goals, people. Should be a few goals as well. So let's make sure we go 3-point collecting today. Big up to everyone locked in. Do me a favour. Get the likes up. Let's get 3,000 likes today. Should be easy work, people, throughout the whole stream. Big up to everybody who is locked in. And hope you all had a great Christmas. And listen, man, it's interesting because yesterday I was getting messages all day. Oh, my God, Man United have lost. I was like, all right, cool. You know, Man United, they're like 14th in the league. Oh, have you seen it? City are drawing again. And I went, yeah, City, you know, City are City right now. And then, oh, Tottenham lost. I went, yeah, it's Tottenham, you know, Tottenham lost. Yeah, good. And then Liverpool won. And I don't know about anybody else. I'm just in a zone where if Liverpool win, everything else is irrelevant. I'm only interested in catching number one. You know, yeah, I'll have a little chuckle at Man U losing. Chelsea lost as well. It was all nice, but Liverpool go 3-point collecting, lock it off. No match of the day, no laughing, no nothing. If we don't win, if we finish second this season, we finish third, we finish fourth, all of that means the same to me. So I saw a lot of laughter online, and I get it. It's banter amongst, you know, rivals, but you don't finish second and laugh at the person who finished third. Because the reality is the person in third is laughing. The person in first is laughing at both of you. Man City have won 4 titles in a row. If they have a bad year, they're still in a better position than us. Chelsea won the Champions League, 4 years ago? If they don't win nothing, they're still in a stronger situation than us over the last 10 or 20 years. So Tottenham are Tottenham. They don't win anything. They're allergic to silverware. So, for me, Liverpool is all I'm interested in. If Liverpool won, it was a bad day for Arsenal Football Club. Now, we've got to win today. All we can do is what we can do now, right? All we can do is what we can do. We've put ourselves in a difficult situation. We've dropped points in games that we shouldn't have, and Saka's out for at least 2 months. I'm going to talk about Saka as well, because I've seen a lot of debate online about Saka's injury. Should Arsenal take any fault for the... Are they to blame at all for the injury? But some people are saying it isn't. You know, some people are saying it isn't the club's fault and injuries can happen. But injuries can be avoided, especially muscular injuries. Oh, man's messaging me saying Havertz and Jesus up front. I don't think so. We're going to talk about the team lineup anyway, but we will get into that. Did you see the argument with Julian and Turkish? No. What was said? I'm not surprised, by the way, about that argument happening. I can imagine the difference of opinions, what it would have been. But no, what was they arguing about? Big up Marcel. See, Marcel, you're coming in here saying, come on the tractor, boys. Relax, man. We're going to win tonight. Everyone knows that. But even if we do win, I'm not going to be jumping around and celebrating. So, what was said? Turkish cooked that fool. What did he say? Julian said he wanted Arsenal to sign Mateta. What, that was the striker that he wants? Come on, man. If you're signing Mateta, sign Mateta. Should have signed Mateta 3 years ago, you know, and not even as a first striker. You don't. So if you want Mateta at this stage, then you're struggling. Apologies, people. Apologies. No, Mateta at this stage. Come on, man. Like, nah. What's Mateta gonna do? Nah. That's not a serious one. We're gonna talk strikers, by the way. We're gonna talk strikers. We are being linked with somebody. Don't forget today's show is sponsored by Proton VPN. Top right hand corner. Scan the QR code. Link in the description and pinned in the comments. One of the fastest and safest VPNs in the world. Use the code CurtisShawTV to get 2 months free with the 1 year plan, people. Get involved with that. Keep yourself safe when traveling. And shout out to Proton VPN for supporting the channel. Alexander, big up Big C. Saka's injury could be a blessing in disguise. Current players have to step up. Plus, we might be forced to buy someone in January. I mean, I get your point. And I think there's an element of truth. But also, I don't think it can be, if you know what I mean. Because even if we buy a winger, the winger's not going to be as good as Saka. Yeah, you might squeeze an extra 10%, 15% of quality out of Martinelli and Trossard. But the problem that we've seen with those guys, they can't take the responsibility. You know? If Salah gets injured for Liverpool now, Liverpool are not going to say, well, it's a blessing in disguise because... you know, Darwin Núñez has now got to step up. The reality is the players that are there are not as good as Saka. So you're asking them to do something that they're probably not capable of. I get your sentiment and I like the positive thinking, and you probably do maybe get a little bit more out of them. But the reality is it's a negative situation for us regardless of who comes in. I just don't think it's gonna be a positive situation. Maybe it does force their hand in the window though. Big up Paul David who said hello sir, hello. Big up to everyone. You made me watch Julian say Mateta is the answer. I think he's a troll. I think he's a paid troll. I really do. Mateta, do me a favour. Peace God, we still got a chance at the league. Chance but minimal. It's minimal. The reality of the situation, it's a minimal chance. Our best attacking player is injured for at least 2 months. We've got an ownership that notably don't spend big money in January. We've dropped points in games against weak opposition that we should have beat. Liverpool are firing on all cylinders. Salah's probably the most informed attacking player in world football. It doesn't look good. That's the reality. But all we can do is what we can do. I'm actually calmer about it now than I was 4 weeks ago because mentally, I don't think we are going to win it. So I'm already dealing with it and I'm just kind of win your games and see what happens for the season. That's kind of where I'm at. I just want silverware. I just want silverware. Go and win a couple of domestic trophies if you can. Mac B said, big up C. My wish for the community is they all have someone that believes in them as much as Arteta believes in Havertz. Havertz has got something on Arteta, man. He's blackmailing him. What's going on? He's got to be going out with Havertz's mum or something. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. This guy has to play. It's like he's forced. Even when the striker's on fire, hey, don't worry, mate. I'll get you in midfield somewhere. Yeah, dear. Big up Nico. Greetings, communities. My brother passed away unexpectedly last week. Still processing it. Appreciate you all, and all I ask for is blessings. Listen, Nico, hope you're good, bro, as good as can be. Big part of the community, you can see there, been a member for 32 months. Sorry to hear about your news. And listen, I appreciate you just giving up your time and coming on the stream. So I'm sure the community will have you in their thoughts, man. Stay blessed, bro. Appreciate you tuning in today. And very sad news, Nico, man. Big up yourself, bro. Stay strong. Let's go through the Arsenal team. Big up, Nico said, love you. Big up, bro. David Raya is in goal. Back four, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Lewis Skelly. The midfield, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and Kai Havertz. Of course, Havertz was going to be in this team somewhere. He would have played left back if there was nowhere else for him to go. He would have been somewhere. But I always say that Arteta, and I know people have said before about when I've said about Havertz being one of our worst signings, it's because it's almost forced Arteta to pick him because he probably has to continue to justify him. You paid 65 million for him. He's the highest paid player at the club. Why is he on the bench? He doesn't want to answer those questions. So he'll play him up front. He'll play him attacking midfield. He'll play him wherever he can get him. He will get him in that team somewhere. So anyway, listen, it's Ipswich. You would like to think it would still be enough. The front three, Martinelli on the right. I thought he did all right there when Saka came off. I really do. And I know a lot of the fan base have given up on Martinelli. But at the end of the day, we have no other choice but to hope that he hits some sort of form and do something. I always say, people, that football is a very fickle sport. And I'm included in it. 1 minute, dump him in the Amazon. The next minute, we're all singing your name saying how good you are. Martinelli's potentially got 8 weeks to rescue his Arsenal career at the end of the day. Go on that right-hand side, simplify your game, use your pace, get down the outside of fullbacks and put crosses in. Rather than having to go left, right and nutmeg people and all that. On the left, it's almost like he's got too much to think about. On the right, maybe it'll be more simple. You get down the outside, you put crosses in. Who knows? Martinelli on the right, Trossard on the left. Gabriel Jesus is the striker. And Jesus, listen. Jesus should be the inspiration for Martinelli. I know it's only been 2 games. But I think we're all thinking about Jesus in a much more positive light now. And Martinelli should be thinking, listen, I got a goal assist last game. Can I get a goal tonight? And build from there. That's what he has to do at this point. The thing that's very, very concerning for me about tonight, and listen, I've got no worries. I think we'll win the game tonight. Arsenal only have one, what I would call genuine attacking player on the bench. I'm not talking about centre mids. I'm talking about somebody that could potentially go onto the front three. And that is Ethan Nwaneri, 17 years of age. If a striker gets injured, okay, we have got Jesus and Havertz. One of them will move up front. But Arsenal don't have a genuine winger or striker on the bench. Now, yeah, you'll move it around and play. How do we not have attacking players? How have we got tonight, people? Lewis Skelly at left back. Tierney, who's a left back on the bench. Calafiori, who's been bought to play left back. And Zinchenko and Kivior, who has played more times left back than centre back. We have got 5 left back options, if you include Kivior, in our squad tonight, yet we do not have a striker or a natural winger on the bench. That is crazy. Why have we neglected our attack so much? We've got Saka and Sterling injured, but it's absolutely crazy. How can you have 5 left backs in your matchday squad and you don't have a striker or a winger on the bench? Unbelievable. The squad feels unbalanced at the moment. It's crazy. This inverted left back thing is nuts because we've actually signed so many left backs yet. I actually think we still could buy a left back in the summer because Tierney's going to go. Zinchenko, I think, will go if somebody makes an offer. Calafiori at the moment has had 2 injuries already, has missed nearly 2 months worth of football. Kivior will probably go. So we may actually buy another left back in the summer. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Arteta said the squad was thin. Unreal, yeah. Yeah. I think they paid him hush money in the summer. You're not going to spend big money. Take 100 mil for 3 players. There's your £15 million a season. I think Arteta knew he was short this season. But we'll see. Arsenal bench, Neto, Tierney, Kivior, Calafiori, Zinchenko, Partey, Jorginho, Nwaneri and Marino. It's not a good bench, but it should be enough to beat Ipswich Town, let's be honest. And I am confident we'll score a few goals tonight. I hope nobody thinks I'm being disrespectful. I think Ipswich have done all right this season, but I think they'll get beaten tonight. I just don't think they're going to have enough to deal with what we've got. The Ipswich team, Muric, Johnson, Davis, Greaves, Wolfenden, O'Shea, Zamodics, Amari Hutchinson, former Arsenal player, Calvin Phillips on loan from Manchester City, Kajuste, and Liam Delap, who's been their star man this season, really. Striker from Manchester City. The bench, Clark, Burns, Chaplin, Taylor, Hamadi, Walton, Broadhead, Jack, and Townsend. Listen, without being disrespectful, and I actually like Ipswich. I think it's a good story. They've, good history in the Premier League back in the day. They brought something to the league this year. I'll be honest, I don't know half of their team. And I really watch a lot of football, especially in the Prem. And I honestly don't know half of these players. That's not me being disrespectful. They're going to have confidence. They're going to want to cause an upset. Amari Hutchinson's going to be desperate to prove a point. Arsenal got rid of him. He's back in the Prem. He never got a chance. He might be thinking, I could have been the right wing backup option for Saka right now, and we got rid of him. Calvin Phillips definitely got a point to prove with everything at Man City. Delap's having a very good season, been linked with Manchester United. There's players there that will have a point to prove. So they may play, I think, with actually more freedom than maybe an Everton who would come to Arsenal and probably put 10 men behind the ball. I think a team like Ipswich might actually try and cause us a few problems. They are second from bottom. They're the third lowest goal scorers, and they've won one of their last 5. I mean, listen, if they win tonight, they get out of the drop zone, but Arsenal should be beating them tonight comfortably. They did beat Tottenham, but, everyone beats Tottenham, so I wouldn't look too much into that. Smodix was top goal scorer in the Championship last year. Yeah. And listen, I like Ipswich. I think they brought something to the league, but Arsenal need to be showing them levels tonight, I'll be honest. Ed Sheeran Derby, people. Ed Sheeran Derby, you know what I mean, tonight. We need to be showing them what the Premier League's all about. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. Christmas goes so quick, don't it? You run around like a lunatic for Christmas, and you're like, oh my God, I need to get the food, and everyone's queuing up. Because the shops close on Christmas Day, people start panic buying. You see people carrying bags out. You're like, the shop's closed for one day. Relax. You ain't going to run out of groceries. And then you have that Christmas Day, and then it's Boxing Day, and you're like, right, Christmas done. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to enjoy the whole festive period. I can't lie. I drag Christmas out for about 2 weeks, and then after New Year, it gets a little bit flat again. Listen, let me tell you something, JJ. I'll be totally honest. If Arsenal lose or draw tonight, the channel is in trouble. I'll be honest. Especially when I'm saying things like, I'm confident we'll win tonight, comfortably, 2 or 3 goals. If we don't win tonight, you better make a lot of time tomorrow afternoon. A lot of time. This wouldn't be a normal Arsenal therapy. I've had bad ones this year. We draw or lose to Ipswich. Shall I tell you something? I'll tell you something now, right? Let me tell you the reality of the situation, right? And I share this kind of information with the community. So for Christmas, I got this tracksuit, right? What day? 2 days ago, Christmas was, right? I said, lovely tracksuit. I really like the tracksuit. But I said, listen, let me tell you something right now. Can you guys see this? Tag hasn't come off. I said, listen, I'm in a good mood. It's Christmas. I like the tracksuit. Thank you very much. I said, just in case something goes wrong, 28 days, keep them tags on. So I'm currently wearing the tracksuit with the tags on. And it was a present. So I say, listen, they don't beat Ipswich. Take that back, get your money back, give me something else. I keep it real on this channel, people. I don't hide from the truth. Tags still on. I'm wearing it with the tags on. We draw to Ipswich, take that back. Receipt, give me something else. Give me something else. I'll take a pair of trainers. Get me a basketball jersey. So, we ain't playing games here, people. I'm wearing clothes with the tags on. I ain't playing. Top and bottoms, tags. Itching the back of my neck and all sorts. Tags there, people. No hiding. Right there. Adidas. Bang. Take that back. Don't care who's watching from Arsenal. No, but I saw you wearing it on the stream. Nah, delete the stream. Delete it quick. I never wore it. Prove it. You go on my YouTube channel. The video won't be there. I never wore it. So I ain't playing games. I ain't messing about, people. We take it back. But I think we'll win tonight. I think we'll win. But listen, you need, like when you drive your car, you need fully comp insurance. Third party fire and theft ain't enough. You need fully comp. This is just my insurance policy with Arsenal. Something goes wrong, take that back. Get the money back. And we go elsewhere. Simple as that, people. We ain't playing games. Yeah, AI tracksuit, man. We can go on Photoshop and edit the tracksuit if we want to keep the stream up. I'll just put a night tick over it or something. That's where we're at. I'm making sure I'm fully comp, fully insured, people. Something goes wrong tonight, lock that off. You won't see me in this tracksuit again. Go on, make sure I don't spill no drink on it, though. Can't lie, if it's stained, I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? So I got to drink carefully tonight. But I'm expecting a win. I'm expecting a win. I know a lot of you can relate to what's going on, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. I'm telling you. But anyway, big up your damn selves. If anyone's watching from the Arsenal store, don't snitch. Just, you understand what's going on here. You know what, Adidas? It didn't fit. Yeah, I tried it on. It was a bit tight on the arms. And yeah, but you wore it for 3 hours. Yeah, but I just had to move around and see how it was. And, it just didn't fit me right. I think I'll get something else. In fact, I'll just take my money back and then come back next week and think about it. You know how it goes, people. You know how it goes. Anyway, exactly. If they can take Raheem Sterling on loan, then I can take a track. Yeah, exactly. On loan with an option to buy. There's no obligation. Get the money back and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Get something else. Definitely can't rip it. So if I get angry, I'll just unzip it calmly and just put it on the side. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on, people. Let's think positive. We're gonna win the game. I don't need to take it back. And we're gonna, go 3-point collecting tonight. Let's talk about a couple stories. Information and entertainment, people. Right, where are we going first? Let's talk about Gabriel Jesus and Jurrien Timber. 1 yellow card away from a ban. Now, that's in the next 2 games because I believe after you get past halfway, they reset. Now, Arsenal at the moment, I'm just looking who are next to. We got Brentford and Brighton away. Tricky games, I'll be honest. They are tricky games. And Buemo and Matoma, and there's a few tricky wingers there. Timber, Gabriel Jesus. Just be careful. Don't do anything stupid. Get a dumb suspension that's not necessary. They are much more difficult games than tonight, you would think. So Jesus and Jurrien Timber have to avoid picking up a booking in Arsenal's next 2 Premier League games to escape a 1-match ban. I'm with you, Salma. How is Jesus getting booked? The man's got more yellow cards than Premier League goals. It don't make sense. What's he doing? He comes on for like 15 minutes. He's got 2 goals in the Prem. He's got 4 yellow cards. He got more yellow cards than last season than goals. Gabriel Jesus last season, 27 games, 4 goals, 6 yellow cards. This season, 15 games, 2 goals, 4 yellow cards. He can't score, so he's just kicking people. How the hell is he getting booked so much? It don't even make sense. Timber, I get it. You're an aggressive fullback. You play all the time. He thinks yellow cards are goals. I said, listen, man, scoring goals is not my speciality, but you need someone kicking, I'll sort it. He gets crazy yellow cards as well. Ah, dear. Yeah, maybe he is a CDM. Lacazette with cheekbones. It's absolutely crazy. But listen, he's hit a hot streak. He needs to continue, He needs to continue. This is one of the worst defences in the league, so he needs to continue with that. Havertz plays way more than Jesus. I mean, the manager paid so much money for him. The wages, he forces him, don't he? So, and Nketiah and Jesus, dumb and dumber. I mean, and Nketiah, as I said, he's their problem now. They find out. I don't know how this guy's got so many yellow cards. He doesn't even start that many games. He must just come on for 15 minutes and kick someone. Yeah, that guy at Wolves, man, jeez, he was doing all sorts, grabbing him up. Will Amorim get sacked? Nah. Man United shouldn't sack him either, by the way. They shouldn't sack him. Don't sack Amorim. I think United are in a stage now where sacking their manager, their problem's way bigger than that. Sacking their manager won't fix their problem. They've got a bigger problem than that. They need to sell about 10 players. That's what they should do. But nah, sacking Amorim is not the way forward. You look at that United team, I'm not fully convinced by Onana. The back four, I would say Mazraoui's all right. De Ligt's all right. I don't rate Lisandro. I'd get rid of him. Luke Shaw doesn't even play football. Get rid of him. Malacia doesn't play. Get rid of him. Casemiro's washed. Get him to Saudi. Eriksen's washed. Bruno's a liability. Shouldn't be the captain, but he's got a long deal, I think. Rashford, he's done at United. Garnacho, I don't rate him. I don't rate Højlund. Told people Xerxes a picky head Ross. Don't rate him. Ahmad's decent. United need about 10 new players. I'm not even joking. There's no point sacking that manager. They need to get rid of about 3 or 4 in January, get rid of about 7 in the summer. Mainu might be one of the slowest centre mids in the Premier League. I'm not even joking. I cannot believe how slow that guy is. He should have 34 pace on FIFA. And he's like 19. How is he so slow? I don't get it. He looks quite nippy on the ball, but off the ball, he looks like he's running in treacle. I don't know what's going on. That United team is absolutely, completely broken. Skelly keeps his place over Calafiori. Zinni, Kieran Tierney and Kivior. Big up Lewis. Happy holidays to all in the chat. Big up the C-Unit gang. Happy holidays. Big C and the fam. Big up everyone locked in. Hope you've had a good holiday. You got to watch some Home Alone. Watched Elf. I've watched... what else did we watch? Die Hard. We watched... I went to cinema to watch Sonic 3. It's a good time, you know. So don't ruin Christmas for us. Because we know if Santa Claus need to turn up, they'll turn up wearing an Arsenal shirt, handing out gifts. Shut your mouth, said Liam Delap is going to stick it on your centre backs, bro. Relax, man. It ain't Kivior and Mustafi at centre back, bro. We got a brick wall. Liam Delap ain't going to do a damn thing. Yeah, he ain't doing nothing. He ain't met Gabriel and Saliba yet, but he's a good player. 876. Well, go on, Curtis. Arsenal 2-0 today. Am I being greedy, like thinking that I want like 3 or 4 goals today, people? 2-0? I mean, would I take 2-0? I suppose I'd have to take 2-0. It's a clean sheet, 2 goals, but it's Christmas, man. I want a gift. I want to see 4-0 today. You know what I'm saying? I want a hat-trick for Gabriel Jesus. I've just put him in my FPL team. He's cheap. He's on form. We've got Ipswich. It makes sense. Gabby Jesus hat-trick. Guna don't know why. What a name that is. Thierry Henry, bro. Ian Wright, Dennis Bergkamp. They trapped us, you know. Big C, thank you for helping the community to be happy. Hey, we try, man. We try. Big up the community. Legends. Legends. We knew you was legendary anyway. But when you watch that blank screen for 45 minutes, 2,000 of you, I said, nah, these lot are crazy. These lot are crazy. Do you know something about the Arsenal team at the moment, which is crazy? Skelly might be Arsenal's best left-back in this system. I think in an orthodox back four, Tierney would be our best left-back. But in this system, Lewis Skelly might be our best left-back. And this is where Arteta causes problems for himself. Because if I'm the owner tonight and I'm watching Arsenal, I'm going, oh, that's great. Lewis Skelly's at left back, 18 years of age. I'm going, well, Calafiori costs 40 million. Zinchenko costs 35. Right? So that's what? 75 million. Kivior costs 27. That's 102 million. So you got 102 million pounds worth of left backs that you bought on the bench, and Tierney cost 25. All right, we won't blame him for him. He didn't sign him. But that would be £127 million worth of left backs on the bench and a youth team players starting. So why do you keep buying left backs and not starting them? Calafiori's injury prone. Zinchenko can't defend. Kivior's not good enough at left back. Tierney's injury prone and you're going to get rid of him. Why have we not just actually go and get Theo Hernandez from AC Milan. Go and get Nuno Mendes from PSG. Go and get Alphonso Davies. Go and get Grimaldo. Somebody that's going to be a left back. You don't need to change him every week. Maybe the plan was to play Timber. Maybe that was the plan. Maybe it would have been Timber and Ben White. So maybe we can let him off. Nelly said, much love, bro. Big up yourself, bro. Big up. Diddy said, what's your favourite drink? I mean, I can't believe you're calling yourself Diddy. Under these circumstances. Favourite drink? To be honest, I don't have one, bro. I don't have one. I honestly don't have one. Something changed when we left Highbury. Yep. We lost that. I think Highbury was seen as a bit of a fortress. It wasn't Anfield levels, but it was difficult. I think the Emirates is one of my friends who played in the Prem. I think I've told this story before. I said to him, what's it like playing at the Emirates? He said, I love it. And he played for another team, obviously. I said, why do you like it so much? He said, the pitch is amazing. You know, the fans are not that close to you. He basically said it's not very intimidating. That's what he said. He said it's not very intimidating. And this was only like 2 years ago. He said it's not very intimidating. He said, you know, the fans aren't that close. They're not that feisty. The pitch is amazing. It feels like you got loads of space on the ball. Arsenal are not that physical. I think I remember him saying like Gabriel was physical. I think if you're a player, you see the Emirates as a bit of an audition. You're thinking, I can go there, have a great game, and somebody might sign me. Where I think people were going to Highbury going, Vieira's going to kick me. Lauren's going to kick me. Sol Campbell's going to kick me. Even Henry and Bergkamp were a bit nasty at times. Ashley Cole could leave one on you. Tony Adams back then, you know, Torre would smash you in a challenge. Gilberto, physical players. Highbury was also very close to the pitch. You know, you could almost lean and touch a player if he was taking a throw-in. Plus, we'd won multiple trophies there, so you go there and you have that feeling straight away of they've won trophies here, they've been successful. I think players are still turning up at the Emirates and going, well, they haven't really won much here. You know, we have got a little bit more physical over the last couple of years, but when we're still not, I suppose you will never see teams like they were back then. You wouldn't get away with it with VAR. Imagine how many red cards Vieira would get in the modern game. It would be crazy. But do you know what I'm saying? I just think it doesn't have that same feeling for the away players when they come there. We thought we got a good deal with Raheem. Turns out we're just doing Chelsea a favour. We're paying 100 grand a week for him to eat, shop and chill. Well, there's now this rumour going around, isn't there, that people are saying Chelsea have basically bumped us and that he's got a bad knee injury. That's why they were trying to get rid of him. So we're basically paying 100 grand a week for a guy that's mash up. He's in London for vibes. That's it. Call me deluded, but Isak is possible in January. You break the transfer record. No way Newcastle turn it down. Chelsea did it with Fernando Torres from Liverpool. It's not impossible. The only thing I would say different with that comparison, I think Liverpool were open to selling him at the right price. Remember, he'd torn his hamstring. He didn't look quite the same player. Isak's Newcastle's best player. He's in form. I think Newcastle would say wait until the summer. Listen, I just want to see the ambition, you know, but we don't see it. Arsenal, for me, should just go and buy Osimhen or Gyökeres in January. Get what you can instead of what you may not get with Isak. They may miss out on Osimhen and Gyökeres trying to get Isak and ending up with Sesko. 3 points today, nothing less. If it ain't a win, it's a meltdown. Above and beyond, we need to stop dreaming of Isak, Gyökeres, Osimhen. He's already made it known. He's signing Tesco. Why? Who's not even the best striker in his own team? You're right, Openda's better. It's crazy to think that we shouldn't be dreaming about, some of those players are not even that. They're not huge players, are they? Gyökeres plays for Sporting Lisbon. Osimhen's on loan from Napoli at Galatasaray. Diddy's back. You're invited to my New Year party. You better relax, bro. Brian said, Happy New Year, Big C. We should bag 4 today. Wish Ethan would have started on the right, hoping for a rapid winger bought in 5 days. We've got one, mate. Raheem Sterling. But he just can't move. He can only move in the rave. The cure. Friend of mine's at the game and he's messaging me saying in the warm-up, Havertz and Jesus look like they're playing in a 2. We'll see. And Nelly said, just finished work, 10 days straight. Arsenal, please make my night. Listen, if we can't win tonight, we might as well lock up the club and shut it down. Just turn it into a museum. I've read yours, didn't I, Brian? We should bag 4. Big up, Brian. Brooklyn in the building. Listen, I said that. Somebody said 2-0. I said, I think if we win 2-0, I'd be a bit disappointed. I expect us to batter Ipswich tonight. 3-4-0 tonight, I'm expecting people. I'm sorry, I am. I always say, and people go, when you're playing a team near the bottom of the league, I get it. The dynamics change. They're going to put up a fight. If I can't sit here against second from bottom Ipswich, who are on 12 points, who've lost 9 out of 17, and say I think we're going to beat them 4-0, when can I say it? That means I should never say it. I expect 4-0 tonight. 3-4 goals minimum. Honestly, I expect that. We're a better team than them. We've just beaten Palace. We should batter them tonight. If we don't, then we'll look at it, and look at the reason. Yeah, they'll put up a fight. And it won't be easy, but I think if we score early, we open them up. The game's on Amazon Prime, people, which is why I was late, because I realised I had to log in and everything. And I thought, if I do this on stream, I'm going to be all over the place. So I had to get it sorted before I came onto the stream, people. But surely there has to be a stage where we can say with confidence we're going to beat somebody heavily. It should be Southampton, Ipswich. These are teams you should be able to say, we're going to batter them. Curtis, how disappointing is it that Arsenal not taking advantage of City's collapse? I think Arsenal have actually regressed. Is top 4 in danger? I think we'll get top 4. I think if Liverpool win the title this season, it's the worst season we've had in the last 3 years. It's worse than the 2 Manchester City seasons. Because the narrative was you can't compete with City. We're waiting for the 115 if they get found guilty. When Pep goes, we'll dominate. All of that talk. You could have never imagined the collapse that Manchester City have had this season. You could have never imagined it. Nobody could have expected it to be this bad. They've completely fallen apart. And yet, we're playing catch-up to Liverpool, who've just got rid of a legend of a manager. And everybody thought there was going to be a transition. Liverpool have got second best defence in the league and they're top goal scorers. And they've only lost once. And I actually think the painful thing is you're looking at Arsenal now going, we should be in a better position. I mean, we are currently 9 points behind Liverpool on the same games. If we win tonight, it'll be 6. They've got a game in hand. We have to go and win 5, 6, 7 games in a row. And the thing that's even more frustrating is we didn't beat Liverpool in the home game when we should have beaten them, But Fair play to them. They're having a great run. As I said, not everybody likes this. For my own protection as an Arsenal fan, I think Liverpool will win the league. I really do. I think Liverpool will win the league. I just think they've got so much know-how, so much quality, so much experience. Slot looks very relaxed. I think they'll win the league. I hope Arsenal win the league, but I think Liverpool will win the league. I really do. Which is why I really want Arsenal to win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup and go as far as you can in the Champions League. The Champions League is probably more wide open than the Prem. I think Liverpool will drop points. I'm not sitting here saying Liverpool are going to win every game. Liverpool will drop points. The problem is we will drop points. That's the problem. Saka's our best attacking player. He's out for at least 2 months. I just don't see that. I don't see it working. I just don't. I don't think we got the quality around Saka being out. But you never know. We'll see. Hope more than expectation. Final little bit of transfer news, people. Mike McGrath saying Arsenal holding interest in Wolves striker Matheus Cunha, but would face a huge battle landing him during the January transfer window. It is understood that Arsenal's interest was sparked before the injury of Bukayo Saka. Now, Cunha, for me, is a very good player. And where he will appeal to Arsenal is the fact that he's not an out-and-out striker. He can play up front, can play in the 10, he can play out wide. The players are just coming on the pitch. I'll wrap this story up quickly. I mean, he costs nearly 40 million. So, to get him, I think you would have to pay. Their record sale is just under 60 million, which was Nunes to Man City. I think they would want 60 million plus, because the problem that Wolves have got, if Wolves sold Cunha, I think they'd be hanging on for relegation if they sold him. Cormac, listen, I think Cunha is a very, very good player. Very good player. He should be at a Champions League club. He's in the Brazil squad. He started for Brazil a couple of times. He's come from Atletico. He's a very good player. And what you've got to think with him, by the way, is could he get even better in a better team? He's playing for a relegation battling team. He's got 10 goals in the league and 4 assists. He's got 14 goal contributions in 18 games for a team that's like 4th or 5th from bottom. So I think he's a very good player. My question with him is, if you pay 60-odd million for him, is that then the striker? Because you can't have Havertz, Jesus, Cunha, and then go and buy Isak in the summer. I just don't think you can get both. So if Cunha's our striker for next season, I don't know if that's enough. But if you use him in rotation and go, well, he can play in the 10, he can play on the left, he can play up top, I would take him. I would take him, you know. I like him. But I would rather buy somebody else, to be honest. He would be at least 60 million. I would rather buy an out-and-out goal scorer. I don't see how he gets in the 10 because Odegaard, I don't know. Varsity Jackets in full effect. Yeah, I didn't buy it. Stayed away from it. 160. You got to be top of the league to make me buy that, I'm telling you. Cunha's a very good player. I don't think Wolves will sell him in January. I think if Wolves sold him, there's a good chance they get relegated. They would be crazy to do that. Danny Olmo might be available. Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. And they're saying he could be a free, which is crazy because Barca have got this registration issue that's costing them from playing him. But I think they'll get somebody out to register him. Anyway, people, make Sterling great again. Bro, I don't know what to say about Raheem. That deal has been an absolute disaster. Somebody said, would you take Rashford on loan? We actually can't sign a Premier League player on loan because we got 2 Premier League players on loan, Neto and Sterling. What a waste of 2 loans that is. So Rashford would have to be bought on a permanent, and I would not sign Rashford on a permanent. Cormac said, I've read that one, and above and beyond said, we're closer to the bottom half of the table than first. Is that true? They're on 24. We're 9 points off the bottom half, and we're 9 points off the top. So it's equal measure. Equal measure. Anyway, people, I'm putting it out there. 4-0 tonight. 4-0 Arsenal. And we're underway, people. We are underway. Jeez, I wasn't even ready for that. I thought they were about to do North London forever. I've missed it. I'm going for 4-0 to the Gunners. 2 for Gabriel Jesus. We got to batter these lot, man. I'm sorry. If we can't batter these, then I can never say we're going to batter anyone. Dre saying 2-1. Ball whipped in, goes all the way across. Jeez, they've started lively already. Here we go. Come on, Arsenal. Where you got Trossard? Pick the pass. Timber, right-hand side. North London Forever was playing, but I forgot that they actually kicked the game off while it's still... Here's Martinelli, right-hand side. Gets to the byline. Whips into the back post. A bit too much power on it. Arsenal retain it. Do you know what? I'm really happy that the manager has gone with Lewis Skelly over Calafiori. Calafiori might not be fully fit, but Skelly deserves to stay in the team. It would have been easy for him to just go Calafiori. I'm going for a 4-0 victory. And I think we will batter them tonight. I really do. Ipswich are not bad. Delap, Hutchinson, Phillips. They've got some decent players. He does. Scully looks so good on the ball, man. Natural midfielder. Been raised at Arsenal. He's comfortable in possession of the ball, you know. The maturity is there. Leahy said maybe Tony on loan. I would love that deal. I would love that deal. But yeah, man. It's. I don't think it will happen. I don't think it will happen. North London forever embarrassing, mate. Arsenal play. Here's Martinelli, right-hand side. Yeah, so with the tickets, that guy D won the tickets. I couldn't get in contact with him. And basically, long story short, I mean, he just said in the comments that he couldn't go. I missed the deadline to give them to someone else. So what they said, V, was because I didn't get it sorted in time. Because obviously I thought that guy D was going to message me and say, there's my details, you can have it. When I got back to V, they were like, we needed the name by a certain time. So they just said, we'll keep the tickets for this game. We'll give you away we'll give away tickets for another game. But he said he could have gone. That's not to be. I asked not to be in the draw, being a mod. Bro, what the hell? You could have gone. I messaged you as well. Don't worry, we'll do it. We'll sort it out for next time. I messaged him to say he won. I saw loads of people saying that he won. I'd have let someone in the community have it. Oh. Well, listen, they've basically just delayed the prize anyway. So they've said, look, because we didn't sort it in time for this one, we're going to do it for another game. So you never know. You might get it for a bigger game anyway. They ended up giving them to someone else. So it wasn't a problem. They haven't gone wasted. They just gave them to somebody else. I would have flown from Toronto. Bro, man. Don't worry, man. I got you, man. We're going to get another pair of tickets anyway. That guy D blocked us. I wanted someone in the community to have it. That's why I didn't want to be entered. Bro. You know what? Just let me know next time. Because I messaged you on your comment to say you've won. If you'd have just said, look, I can't, or somebody else can have it, I would have done it quickly. But don't worry, we're going to have another one this month, hopefully, as well. So, we go again. I said I'd like all the pages, but not to it. Okay, fair enough. I never saw it. My bad. My bad. Will a draw be Arsenal? Hopefully not. Hopefully not Arsenal therapy. I wish I could have made it, but I'm in Brooklyn. What I'll try and do is I'll try and find out earlier so that people from abroad can go if they can get over, you know? because it's a great prize, and they're going to do it again anyway. So I'll try and find out a bit earlier so that we've got like maybe a week or two in advance, and then give people more time. Maybe more people can enter. But anyway, we'll sort it. Hopefully we'll get an even better game, maybe an even bigger game. We've got Newcastle, Man United at home in January. Here's Martinelli, right-hand side. Goes past him. That's a great ball in, headed away. I'm telling you, I like Martinelli on the right. Yeah, I think we've got Tottenham as well. We got some massive games in January. That is a great ball in from Martinelli. He's got both hands up saying, why is nobody attacking that? Corner to Arsenal. Next time I'll try and get the tickets earlier so I can give you more time in advance, and then maybe I can give you more time, and then people from abroad can travel if they want to get over. So we'll get it sorted. The tickets haven't gone to waste, don't worry. Corner to Arsenal. Set piece FC. We got all the big hitters there. I booked the flight ASAP, lived in Spain for years, never had the chance to make it to the Emirates. Yeah, we'll definitely get it sorted, people, don't worry. Big up to everybody who entered, though. Arsenal. Did you see Liverpool's corner last night? It was very similar. Whipped in by Rice, flicked away by the goalkeeper. Odegaard on the volley. That is possibly the worst shot I have ever seen. I don't know how he's just done that. The ball came to him on the edge of the box, up in the air, volley, on his left foot. The ball went behind him. He sliced it behind himself. How do you do that? You see that kind of stuff in the playground when you got your wallabies on and you don't connect with it properly. That is awful. Odegaard needs to practice his shooting, man. He should be scoring way more goals. I don't know how he got 15 goals 2 seasons ago. You've got to do meet and greet. Oh, yeah, definitely, man. We'll get it done, don't worry. You remember the Wallabies, man. 99 curl, 99 shot power. I used to go home, my shoes were mashed up, but you should have seen the goals I scored on the playground. Madness. Arsenal in possession. Lewis Skelly. Trossard. We're keeping the ball well. We just need to score an early goal. Curtis, don't ever quit what you do. I won't be able to cope with this club without you. I'm here, bro. I'm here. I'm here, man. Arsenal is like, as an Arsenal fan, you have to find a way to cope as an Arsenal fan, don't you? It's not like, if somebody said, describe your sort of, Lewis Skelly gets fouled there, free kick. If somebody said, describe your experience as an Arsenal fan right now, you're literally just finding a way to cope. It sounds crazy because some people would say, what? You man are like second in the league if you win tonight and that. But I don't know, man. I feel like being an Arsenal fan is different. It teaches you some different life lessons, man. Pain, man. Some real pain. You know what I mean? That 90s R&B kind of pain. Jagged edge. You know what I'm saying? At least if you support a team that don't do very well and finish mid-table. What the hell is that from Odegaard, man? Is the sun not bright enough? You're just trying to just give the ball away. Terrible. Just put the free kick in. Timber does well. I told you should put Arsenal fan on your CV. They say, what life experience you got? Say, listen, man, I'm an Arsenal fan. I saw us sell Van Persie and buy Shamak. Do you know what I mean? Give me the job. I know about difficulty, you know. It's a different kind of pain. Yeah, like I was saying, at least if you support a bad team, it's just like, well, they're bad. You know they're bad and you're prepared for it. Arsenal make you believe we're going to achieve something crazy and then don't quite get there. It's painful. It is painful. Mr. T-Pain in Rocky 3. You ain't so bad, Balboa. You ain't so bad, fool. Meet my friend Pain. I won't do that again. I won't do that again, people. I thought that was on point, Mr. T, but maybe not. Sounded good, but I've always preferred Rocky 4 anyway. Drago in Russia. Great fight. It is despair being an Arsenal fan. It really is. Be excited, Dre, bro. Anyway, let's get a Carabao Cup at least. Give me some, silverware. Man said sounded like Mr. C, not Mr. T. It was a good effort. Arsenal in possession. 9 minutes gone. Dominating the ball. Haven't really created much. Odegaard needs to shoot better, man. I don't know what's going on with that guy shooting. Liverpool breaking spirits, I'm telling you. Salah's, he's too in the zone right now. He's too in the zone, bro. Clubber Lang was a wrecking machine. He was. But Drago killed Apollo, man. I was devastated as a kid. I can't lie. When Apollo got killed, man, I think I was upset. You know when you're a kid and you think it's real, like, oh my God, Apollo's dead. I always a film, oh yeah, cool, yeah, true. But Apollo, he killed Apollo, I was, what? I was so hyped when Rocky went to Russia. I said he better win. Ball's gone out for a throw-in. Lewis Skelly is class, bro. It's mad because we were more hyped about Nwaneri, yet Lewis Skelly might be the player that gets more game time because of the position he plays. We more probably need a left back than the creative player because we got Odegaard, so Nwaneri might not actually get that much game time. Bro, them bars, man, when he done Apollo, man, I was devastated. I get it's a different pen. I had a dream last night Arsenal won the Champions League. I bet he was gutted when you woke up, right? Might go on strike for the rest of the game. Oh, bro. Don't worry, man. We'll sort it. Anyway, you could help me out of a ticket. Arsenal-Chelsea will pay. I can try. Do you know what? I don't get many tickets apart from these giveaways. Tickets are so hard to get now. And they're expensive. But I'll let you know. I will let you know. You can... Well, one thing I will say. You can always get an Arsenal ticket. You just might get ripped off. Oh, Martinelli gives it away to Amari Hutchinson, and then he gives it away. One thing about Arsenal, we do not shoot enough from outside the penalty area. We have got to shoot more. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Jesus, Havertz. These guys have hardly touched the ball. Here's Trossard, left-hand side. I said before the game, Ipswich might actually attack us. But they're not. They've got 11 behind. What a ball, Skelly. Jesus tries to flick it to Havertz, and it's cleared. How many trophies in total have you seen? I mean, seen as in alive or seen as in like I was old enough to watch them? I think that's more relative, really. I mean, I watched both the Wenger title. What the hell is that from Gabriel? Just booted the ball at Skelly. I've seen a good amount of trophies. You look at what we won 4 or 5 FA Cups in the last few years. But we ain't got that star above the badge, bro. That's the most painful one for me. Arsenal not having the star above the badge. It's devastating. It really is. Again, the problem with this game, we're playing too slow. Saliba goes on. That's a great ball. Jesus, good touch. What you got? Can you pick someone out? Whips it in. It's Trossard. Somebody shoot, man. Trossard does shoot. It's blocked. It goes out for a corner. We do not like shooting. I don't know what the problem is. Great touch by Jesus outside of the foot. Brings it down. I actually think, right, in one of these games, especially the more winnable games, play Nwaneri with Odegaard, or, you know what I mean, do something different. In that role he's playing Havertz tonight, he could have played Nwaneri and Odegaard and had 2 more creative players than keep forcing Havertz into the team. Big up Thermal, new member, big up yourself, bro. Corner to Arsenal, will set piece FC, get us out of the mix. Trossard. These corners seem to have dried up a little bit, man. Odegaard in possession. He's probably lost on that right-hand side with no Saka. Trossard whips it in. And Ipswich clear it. We're dominating the ball. We're just not creating anything, really. Ipswich look quite solid defensively. Declan Rice does well there. Gabriel outmuscles Calvin Phillips. That's a foul, surely. Arsenal win possession back. Rice, Odegaard, edge of the box. There's no space. No space at all. Rice, in-swinger, whips it in. Nobody there, headed away. We're very... I feel like we're a predictable team sometimes. We need to find other ways of playing. Get the ball out wide and cross it. That doesn't suit us. We haven't got machines in the air. I keep saying it. It's good that we're dominating the ball. Ipswich don't look much of a threat. They literally have got the whole team pretty much behind the ball. So we've got to start finding, like, figuring out how to break down these low blocks, because apparently we're booing Amari Hutchinson. I think that's a bit extreme, man. Guy's a young player, went to Chelsea for like treble his wages and then gets like an £18 million move to Ipswich. I think that's pathetic. Yet the fans applauded Olivier Giroud when he came back after he, held up that trophy saying London is blue and all that rubbish. He's just a young player. We didn't play him. Casey Day said, I've always said you should do baby gender reveals or WWE commentary or boxing. You got the talent. Or come to the Bronx, do commentary on the wild stuff here or even the NBA. We soon do the NBA, bro. We're going to do it soon. Don't worry. I did stay up there Christmas night and watch Lakers against Golden State. Steph LeBron, great game. Martinelli there, see, that is the problem with playing on the right, you see. It can become predictable that the guy knows you are going to try and run down the line. I think he tried to meg him there, ended up fouling him. Free kick to Ipswich. I don't see why we would boo Amari Hutchinson. Maybe because he went to Chelsea, but I think it's pointless. He's a young player. We didn't give him a chance. I miss Saka already. Bro, honestly, all that stuff I said about Saka, is he world class yet? Is he not? Bro, I apologise. Our team is not half as good in the attack without him. Ipswich win the ball back. Referee gives a free kick to Arsenal on the halfway line. Big up to Curtis, being a big fan for time. Question, if Arteta don't get top four and no trophy, would you sack him? Yeah. P45 would be there, handed to him in an envelope. Who would I get? As I said before, Zidane, Mancini, Simone Inzaghi, Ancelotti, whoever's available. But there's quality out there. That guy D, can I claim my prize but donate it back but pick 10 people I want to have it and do a Google draw? See, the problem is that prize has gone now. That prize has gone. They're going to do a new prize and they want it to be an open draw again. So we're just going to we use the YouTube generator app. So you have to comment on a video. So it's back out there for everyone. So that's where we're at, bro. I'll be honest with you. It needs to be an open competition for anybody who comments on the post. That's just how they do it. Just in future, guys, if you enter, look out for the response comment. I get it, it's Christmas, you're busy, you may have missed it, but... And then we can do something else if you can't make it or whatever. Here's Declan Rice, 25 yards out. Come on. Oh, that's poor. Would you take Pep? Of course I would take Pep. I would definitely take Pep. He's still one of the best managers of all time. I want at least a Curtis Shaw TV. You know what? I'm going to order a load of these. Timber shoots edge of the box straight to the keeper. I'm going to order a load of these mugs and see who wants them. We'll give some away. Because a lot of you have been asking for these. At least Timber shoots. Maybe we should play him in midfield. 100% P45. Get me Ancelotti, Zidane, Mourinho, Inzaghi. Unretire. Yeah, what happened to Rijkaard? Rijkaard's a Champions League winner. At Barca, as we found out, actually. He was the manager that night, wasn't he? And I just haven't seen the guy for years. Is he still a manager, Frank Rijkaard? I don't know. It just says he's not a manager now, anyway. Frank Rijkaard. I don't know what happened to him. Mods get a free mug and shipping. I'll definitely sort some mugs out. What happened to Jardim? Yeah, he's another one. He was doing big at Monaco. 19 minutes gone in this game. How would I describe this performance if you're not watching? We've dominated possession. Lackluster in the final third. I thought Ipswich were quite an attacking team, but of course they're not going to be stupid and come to the Emirates and open up. They're literally... basically the whole team is behind the ball. And what we've just done is what I don't like. When we just revert to just whipping in a high cross, it's too predictable. You're crossing it to Jesus. You know, Havertz ain't even in the penalty area at times. It's not the way to play. I actually think Odegaard needs to use the no Saka to start moving side to side more. I think Odegaard playing this sort of right 8 is a little bit too predictable sometimes. Go on the left. I want to see Odegaard on the left. Trossard tries to find Havertz, gives it away. We have absolutely dominated the game, but we haven't asked enough questions of the goalkeeper yet. Have some shots from distance. I genuinely believe that it's a tactic that we need to use more often. I don't think we shoot enough from outside the penalty area. They are literally sat off us, allowing us to keep the ball. Saliba in possession. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, people. 3,800 of you locked in. Absolutely amazing support. Let's get 3,000 likes. And let's hope we can score. When you're playing these low block teams, you've got to score. And then you force them to come out because they need to equalise. Then you pick them off. Problem with Arsenal, when we don't score and it's 0-0, they'll continue to sit in. Jesus, he gives it away. We're already at over 1,000 likes, so big up each and every time, people. Let's get 3,000 likes today. And subscribe if you haven't already. We're hunting down that 100k this season. I think Arteta must be watching this game thinking we need an attacking player. You have to. You have to watch this and think we need a different dimension in that attack. We need somebody that can take people on, that's scary, that shoots, that plays a bit different to how the rest of them play. Martinelli, not a bad ball, but you've got Jesus trying to get on the end of it. Trossard, back post, 1v1. Drills it across. Yep, Havertz scores. There we go. Much better ball in. And Arsenal take the lead. It's Kai Havertz. Brilliant cross in by Trossard. The low cross is much better. And the donkey scores. Hee-haw. Hee-haw, is it? Hee-haw? Anyway, donkey out of Shrek has scored. Great ball in by Trossard. Poacher's goal at the back post. And Arsenal take the lead 1-0. We needed it. Hopefully that opens the game up. Great ball in. Good movement. That's actually what he was brought to the club to do, really. Attacking midfield. It's terrible defending. Right foot. He's in the 6-yard box. Open goal. Good movement. Brilliant from Trossard. Gets to the byline. Crosses it with his... I said so many times about the low cross. The low cross. I don't know where we're going with this high cross. We're not great in the air. We're definitely not buying a striker, by the way. We ain't buying no striker, let me tell you that. Havertz and Jesus now getting goals. We ain't getting no striker. He'll probably get a new deal. Always rated him. Nah, I'm not even doing that. I'm not even doing that. But it's a good finish. It is a good finish. And Arsenal lead 1-0. And it should open the game up. Jimmy said, would you take... Do you know what? I'm not even going to say. I'm going to cover my back. Let's cover my back. You know, I'm not going to just say anything here. Let's find out. Oh, okay, there we go. Good effort, though. Good effort. You know, I don't fall for these things easy, Jimmy. I don't, you know, it ain't easy. Before we read out names, let's Google it. Big up yourself, though, for the super chat. Man said, what did I say? Niho. Ain't that it? What is it? Niho? I thought you lot said it was Niho for the donkey. I don't even know what sound a donkey makes. I was doing the horse sound before. But anyway, the donkey scored. Big up Jason with the super sticker, bro. Mohammed said if it wasn't for this channel, I would go mental. Yeah, man. Big up the community. We make it work. Donkey Kong has scored, says Lamar. And yeah, Niho. Big up Cooper. Rip the tag. Hey, we might take the tag off if we win. We should win. I said 4-0. I said 4-0, you know? I thought he said knee high. Eeyore, is it? I don't know. Something like Niho, Eeyore, something like. The donkey scored. Remember, we do not want Jesus or Timber to get a yellow card. They'll be suspended. Great cross from Trossard. Let's take him to the cleaners now, man. We need a heavy victory, in my opinion. I want a 4-0 here. I want a 4-0. Get Havertz on the shirt. Not a chance. Not a chance. Second half substitute. I would imagine Jesus will come off in the second half. Havertz will go up front. They'll probably put Waneri into midfield. Well, I say Waneri doesn't. He might put Jorginho or Marino in there. Or Partey. But 1-0 to Arsenal. Let's hope not. I mean, to be honest, I said if we go 1-0 up, Ipswich might start going forward a little bit. They're not. They're doing exactly the same thing. I don't think I've ever seen Arsenal have this much possession. It's got to be 80-90% this. It's got to be. This is like... Oh, I didn't even know Brighton are playing Brentford now. We got them two coming up. Arsenal have had 91% possession. This is literally a keep ball session. This is a keep ball session. Here we go. Come on, Odegaard. Why don't you shoot, man? The guy doesn't want to shoot ever. 91% possession, people, is ridiculous for a Premier League game. Ipswich have genuinely turned up not to get battered. That's all they're here for. They're here for nothing else. Are we getting a penalty shout there? Timber, I think he sort of fell. I always worry when Timber falls because of the knee injury. Ipswich have said, look, gonna lose, don't want to get annihilated. That's basically what they're saying. So we need to batter them, show them what the Prem's about. Ref looks like the guy from The Wire. I hadn't even seen the ref. I didn't see what he looked like. Curtis Boy Havertz delivering again. Get a soundboard and download a donkey sound. I might actually get one, you know. In fact, I think I've got one. I think I have got one. But I don't use it. But it might be quite fun, actually. Ipswich have got the ball. They've lost it. Honestly, we should be annihilating these. We should be annihilating them. They're doing nothing. This should be 4-5-0. Next day delivery on a new shirt. Nah, man. I'm not buying that third kit, and I'm not buying the away kit. The away kit's okay, but they're not kits you're going to remember. Unless we win a major trophy in them, but I just think they're average kits. I don't like that Monsters Inc. Kit. I did see a picture of some leaks of next season's kits, actually, but I don't know how true it is. But they look nice. Here's Lewis Skelly. So good on the ball, man. Santi Cazorla's there, apparently. Yeah, I saw he was doing some talk before the game at the side of the pitch. Here come Arsenal. Havertz. Finds Gabriel Jesus. Oh, good flick. Great football. Oh, it breaks down. Comes out to Jesus, left foot. Lewis Skelly. Oh, hit it. Trossard, 1v1 again. Skelly on the overlap. This is a keep ball session. Hit it, Deckers, man. Declan Rice shoots over the bar, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Goes over for a goal kick. Callum said, big up, see, I got gifted the Monsters Inc. kit and my face looked exactly like the Sully meme with it on. You just got to, like, you know, if someone buys it, I suppose you got to embrace it, ain't you? But it's, I don't like that kit. It might be one of them, like, holiday kits, you know, because of the colour. You know, you're on the beach. It might look all right. I don't know. 12 goals for Havertz, all comps, and his top scorer. I mean, I'm not gonna start hyping it. I'm sorry. I don't want people to think I'm taking anything away from him. Most of the goals he scores are against the lesser teams. And man like Chris Wood are in double figures. So I'm not at a point I'm going to hype up what Havertz is doing. He's got to do a lot more. Mooney ripped the tagline. I mean, we might rip it off if we win 4-0. Even then, might have to give it one more game. Odegaard looks worse than 29. Yeah, he does tonight. Here's Ipswich on the attack, right-hand side. Ball whipped in. It's up in the air. Raya collects it, does well. I think that's the first time they've even put a cross in. Need a hit or Havertz is okay as a backup. Yeah, that's the most he should be. That's the most. Big C, ain't you watched Donkey of the Day, Charlemagne? Yeah, I have. That guy said, I wondered why everyone was asking why I was at the game. Bro, I'm really shocked you didn't see my response. It's still there now. I responded to your comment. Say you'd won. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll sort something. K Hayes, big up Don Curtis in the community. Give these clowns a Caribbean beatdown. Brook the Net, Kevin Campbell voice. Continue to RIP Super Kev. Big up to K Hayes. We never forget Kev, man. No, we are, trust me, we are still doing OGs. The problem with OGs, you've got two people who have got very scrambled schedules. And can you do Monday? I can't do Monday. Can you do Thursday? I can't do Thursday. Can you do Friday? You can't do Friday. All right, we'll leave it till next week. You know, that's how it is. We've basically said, get through the festive period, then we'll get a set time, a set day, and do it every week. You know, we have to. Because it's a good show. Big C, Fabregas or Cazorla or Gilberto. For me, it says Fabregas. I think Fabregas is up there as the best midfielder I've ever seen at Arsenal, probably after Patrick Vieira. And I mean that. You know, that's a serious comment when you're thinking about Petit, you're thinking about Gilberto, you're thinking about Santi Cazorla. Fabregas was playing for our first team at 16. He bossed Vieira in the Champions League at Highbury. I think he was just turning 17. He was incredible, in my opinion, Fabregas. I love Cazorla as well, but realistically, Cazorla didn't do it at Arsenal for long enough for me, because we kind of played him out wide when we first got him. And then when we got him in his best position as the deep-lying playmaker, we kind of... Oh, Jesus has scored! I think he's offside. Oh, the flag's up. The flag is up. What a touch and finish. Come on, is he onside? Yeah, he's off. He's off. Goal disallowed. Hell of a finish, by the way. I don't know how he got it in from that angle. But offside. Made the run. Tight angle. Outside of the right foot. Underneath the goalkeeper's body and goes in, but he's off. No goal. Yeah, back to what you were saying. Obviously, Vieira, best centre mid I've seen at Arsenal. Santi Cazorla, technically, he's unbelievable. Left foot, right foot. He was injury prone. He spent the first year playing out wide. When we finally got him in his best role and he was bossing it, The injuries stopped his career. Fabregas was at this club for years doing all sorts. Captain, goals, penalties, amazing assists. I loved Cesc Fabregas, I'll be honest. I loved him. Thought he was an incredible footballer. And it was a shame that we lost him to Barca. I wish we'd have bought him back. It's got to be one of Wenger's biggest mistakes not using the buyback clause. That's why the fans turned on Wenger, because he couldn't get over his emotions. Oh, Fabregas left me for Barca when I needed him, so I'm not going to buy him back. All right, mate, we'll go to Chelsea and win the title then. How does that help us? Stupid decisions. You got to understand, the guy was born in Barcelona. It was one of the best Barcelona teams we've ever seen, being managed by Pep. He was always going to go back. We weren't even that good. We weren't winning trophies. You've got the buyback clause. You buy him back. You let him go to Chelsea and win the league. It was pathetic. Some of the things Wenger did at the end were just absolutely insane. And the guy wanted to come back. He said publicly in an interview, he told his wife, we're moving back to Arsenal. And Wenger was like, Wenger's like that, isn't he? You know, takes things to heart and stuff. That football, sometimes in football, you've got to remove emotion. And it's business. Oh, referee pulls back the free kick. He looked like he was shouting at Havertz then. Come on, man. Cesc threw pizza at Alex Ferguson, man. How can we not respect him? How can we not? Kay Hay said, I'm surprised Curtis Shaw TV doesn't have more subscribers. Don Curtis, your content is excellent and entertaining. We got a great community, bro. Let me tell you. Solid community. And listen, we got big numbers, bro. We could fill up any stadium in the Prem. I'd rather have 85k than 150k, and the community ain't, you know, as good as this one. Solid foundations you got to build on. And we've done that. I saw a table 2 weeks ago. From the past 38 games, Arsenal were miles ahead of City and Liverpool in goals scored. It's interesting, isn't it? And you just think, what could we have done if we had a striker? The problem with Arsenal is not the amount of goals we score. It's scoring goals in the key moments. Last year, we got like 90 goals. That should win you a league title. The problem that Arsenal had is West Ham at home, Villa at home, Fulham away, City away. Those games where things became difficult, you need that goal scorer that's like, listen, don't worry, I'm better than everybody else at scoring goals. I will get you out of the problem. You look at all the best strikers over time. Not only are they goal scorers, they're match winners. Oba won us points. Sanchez won us points. And obviously Van Persie and Henry and Wright, those guys scored winning goals and equalisers. And here's Amari Hutchinson. Got 2 players on him. Jesus fouls him. Stupid foul there. No, what's he given? I don't think he's given it. He's actually given handball against Hutchinson. War Eagle said, big up, Big C. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas to you and your family. Lord knows Arsenal, I haven't been the gift. But I hope you and everyone are doing well. I appreciate that, bro. Big up to everyone in the community as well. Hope you all had a great Christmas. And you know, relaxed and watched the movies. And it's a good time of the year with football, isn't it? It's a bit confusing. Like, you wake up and you're like, what day is it? Like, I don't even know what day it is. Like, you're like, what? Thursday? Is it Monday? I don't know what's going on. But there's football on pretty much every day. So it's good, man. What we got left? 7 minutes till half time. I'd love another goal. 1-0 is never comfortable. We need a second or a third. Well, I still got to admit, we're not great to watch. We're not great to watch. I can't lie, man. We move the ball slowly. We need that little spark. I just think we need that player that comes into the team and he's a bit of a loose cannon, but in a good way. You know, Alexis was a bit of a loose cannon. You couldn't control him. You just had to let him operate and do his thing. I just think we need a player like that. We're too, like, structured. You know what's going to happen. Ed Sheeran's in the crowd. I was going to start saying songs, you know, Shape of You and all that, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Who's that? John Legend. Yo. Big up John Legend, you know. Real music, man. I wonder if he can play up front. You know what I mean? Put him up front. John Legend. Legend 14. John Legend. Yeah. Yo, big up Riley in the chat. Big up Riley here, Maverick and Lou, man. Big up. Ed Sheeran and John Legend. Maybe they're doing a duet. Maybe they're doing a video. Who knows? Ed Sheeran owns part of Ipswich, I believe, don't he? He's an Ipswich fan. Yeah, I'll be honest. Ordinary people, yeah, we got some ordinary players. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sing it because I'm not prepared, but you know I can sing at any time on this channel. We got some ordinary players. Prime song or prime party? I would go, ooh. Different players, I'll go prime party. Song, was, you know, great little passes to Van Persie. But I thought prime party was one of the best number 6s in Europe. I never looked at Alex Song and thought, yo, you're one of the best in your position in Europe. He was just in a zone where he was mad clutch. Oh my days, Lewis Skelly, what are you doing? You absolute beast. Are you man seeing that 360 he's just dropped? Guy's 18 years of age. Declan Rice whips it in. Nodded down by Martinelli. Nobody there. Great touch by Martinelli as well. Well done. Win something. Win something. Win a corner. Has he kept it in? He's done it. No, he has kept it in. No, he hasn't kept it in. Lewis Skelly, bro. Miles Lewis Skelly. The guy is absolute class. The guy is a baller. Absolute baller. The calmness of him on the ball. He's crazy. He's our best left back. I'm putting it out there now. He's our best left back. He's an absolute baller. Could be our best left back. No, he's moving like Marcelo. No, Marcelo was ridiculous. Technically, Marcelo was on another planet. But no, Lewis Skelly is serious. He might actually be we might actually look at him in midfield. He's that good. And he is a natural midfielder. Oh, Ipswich are the worst team I've seen at the Emirates. I know they're not bottom of the league, so really you should say Southampton. Southampton came here and scored against us. Ipswich, and I quite like Ipswich, but they're just playing survival football. And yet their manager's quite a modern manager. I'm surprised. But the onus isn't on them, it's on us. So 1-0 is not a secure lead at all. Only takes a set piece. Odegaard's been poor first half for me. His end product has been lacking massively. He's got to step up. Listen, I'm happy that we're winning. We're dominating possession. And I know it isn't probably the time to talk about it, but we need to make signings. This team needs fresh faces, man. I'm sorry. Desperately needs new players. We need a new dimension. We need something different. You know, even Lewis Skelly in the team brings something different. We need a different kind of player that offers something different. Lewis Skelly fouled. He's up there for man of the match again, by the way, in my opinion. I've given Martinelli encouragement from what I've seen on the right, but I don't think he's the answer. DM said Cazorla turned players like that on a regs. He was the best at it. That Man City performance away is one of his best ever performances. He was unbelievable. Big up DM. Tyrone Mitchell said we need another 200 million. It's crazy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I still think we need a left winger, a centre midfielder, and a striker. I'm not sitting here right now convinced that our midfield is fixed. I still think we could do with another centre mid. especially if Jorginho goes and maybe Partey goes as well. Marino is not the answer, in my opinion. I think he's a squad player. So I think, and to be honest, 200 mil might not even get you all three of them if you're going for real top quality. Here's Declan Rice. We need a new front line. Yeah, Saka and then two new ones, really. So it's a tough game. You can tell that we struggle with the low block. We really struggle against the low block. And then what we do, we revert to high crosses. And we just don't have the player for that. We don't have somebody that's going to head those crosses in. So I feel like we need to play a bit different. It's a boring game. I'll be honest, my eyelids feel heavy again. We do not like playing against low blocks. By the way, am I seeing this right? But what is going on with this camera angle? Am I the only one who thinks something's going mad with these camera angles? What are Amazon Prime doing? It doesn't usually look like this on Sky, or am I just seeing it wrong? The camera angle looks crazy. It's like it's moving it. Lewis Skelly whips it in. Just said how good a player he is. He overhits the cross. It's still in play. Here's Havertz. The game is so slow. It's unbelievable. It's like slowing down a video to 0.5. Honestly, I can't stop complaining. I'm half asleep. I'm half time. Honestly, I might have a nap for 15 minutes. Jeez, we are slow. Half time, people. Whew, if you're still awake, thank you very much for tuning in. Oh dear, oh dear. Take the handbrake off. Honestly, Arsenal are like somebody revving their engine with the handbrake on and the car's moving a little bit and you're like, brother, just take off the handbrake and drive, man. What are you doing? I mean, they've put an Uber Eats advert on the screen. That's more entertaining than the first half. That game was a snore fest. Absolute snore fest. The camera angle stinks. And people tune in and go, you're winning 1-0, what's he complaining for? Honestly, if you struggle to get to sleep, watch that first half. You won't even make it to that Havertz goal. The tempo is crazy. How slow we're playing the game. Anyway, let's look at the positives. 1-0 up, 84% possession. Ipswich haven't had a shot on or off target. They've had 16% possession. The stats are crazy. If you have 84% possession, you would think that we'd have peppered the goal. We've had 2 shots on target. One was the long-range shot from Timber and the other was the goal. Shoot the damn ball. I don't think there's anything wrong if Arsenal had 10 shots from 25, 30 yards. The more you shoot, the more opportunity you've got of scoring. Do something different. Just mix it up a little bit is what I want to see. I just feel like Arteta's got a PlayStation pad in his hand and he's controlling everything that the team does. Like, just let them do their own thing a little bit. I don't know. Am I wrong? Do they want to play at this speed? I'm not sure. Saying boring, but we have control of the game. Bro, it's 1-0. There's no manager in the world that will sit there at 1-0 and go, yeah, we've got this. We've won this. This game is in the balance. Trust me. Yeah, they've created nothing. I'm sure they will have a little bit more of a go in the second half. Arsenal, by right, could have finished this game off by now. This could be 2 or 3-0 game over, second half, start relaxing. I'm disappointed that it's 1-0. And don't get me wrong, listen, it's football. 11 players behind the ball is not always easy. I get that. But you'd think now that we'd have found a way to have, broken down. They should be practicing against this nearly every day because you know that most teams, especially in the bottom half of the table, are going to come here and just set up a low block. This is a nerve-wracking scoreline. They get a corner, they put a cross in. You're going to be like, yo, we can't afford to concede here. This is a disaster. So, Be careful. And of course, we don't have a lot of attacking options on the bench. Above and Beyond said 750 million, 6 years, 4 first-team forwards. How? It's crazy. It's crazy. I suppose when he came in, he thought, I've got Laka and Obo and Pepe. I don't need an attacking player. He then got Willian. That was a disaster. He's bought Jesus. Let's be honest. If you're not getting caught up in what he did in 2 games against Palace, that deal has not worked. Havertz has done okay, but not what we needed. Not what we needed. He was signed as a Xhaka replacement. He's ended up being the Jesus replacement. And we still probably need somebody better than both of them. And then Trossard, who's been a... Trossard's probably been his best attacking signing, but Trossard is a squad player if everybody is fit and available. Him and Martinelli rotate. We need a left winger that's an upgrade on both of them. So, yeah, we're in a situation where the only attacking player that we think long-term should be in that front three is Bukayo Saka, and he came through the youth system. So, I think we've got to sign attacking players, man. Mohamed said, until we become ruthless in terms of finishing, we can't overtake Liverpool. We need to put fear in these opposition teams. Let me get the tweet out. Slow tempo. Dominating possession. Need another goal. Have to buy a winger. Or striker in January. This attack is like in star quality without Saka. You just, honestly, and even me, I've been guilty of this. You realise how influential Saka is in this team when he's not in it. And listen, I'm not even necessarily saying he brings like huge amounts of excitement, but it's production from him. Martinelli, he's not the answer on the right. I'll be totally honest. He's done okay. He's put a couple of good crosses in. I don't think he's going to carry us through potentially 2 months of no Saka when we've got Tottenham, Newcastle, Man United, Brighton, Brentford, and whoever else. Club needs to get an attacking player in desperately, absolutely desperately. And I don't even think the midfield's been great today. To be honest, Rice has done all right in the 6. Odegaard's been quiet. Havertz scored, but he's hardly been in the game. So you can criticise your front line, but the creativity in midfield is non-existent. This midfield doesn't have balance. It doesn't have balance. Odegaard has been awful today. He's been poor the last 3 games, in my opinion. And I think you play Nwaneri, because Nwaneri will dribble with the ball and have a go at people. But Trossard's been quite good. Great assist, couple good runs. Probably haven't got the ball to him quick enough. Interesting. Game's in the balance. I'm a bit nervous, people. I know we've had 84% possession, but 1-0 is never a score that I'm happy with. Because one set piece, one mistake, anything can happen. You know, we need a second and a third goal. The lack of guile and ingenuity in our midfield trio is horrible to watch. Don't get me started on our front line. Yeah, I mean, it's an easy night's work for the defence. There's not... They should be coming out of here with a clean sheet bonus, that's for sure. Ipswich have not even looked interested in attacking. Big up Sam Bomb with a super sticker, bro. Appreciate it. 4.5k locked in. HR said, sideways, backwards FC. need to learn how Liverpool attack. If you look at Liverpool's attack, and we'll look at them because I'd say they've got the best attack in the league. When you watch Diaz play football, he's direct, he's skillful, he looks as if he's got the license to run at you. When you watch Salah, of course, it's the same. He's high up the pitch, he's constantly running at people, he's shooting, gets the ball quickly. You look at Cody Gakpo now for Liverpool, I think he's a good player who's improving. I know a lot of people laugh at Darwin Núñez, and I understand why. His finishing is terrible. But Darwin Núñez gets so many chances. That's not an accident. Number one, he's got fantastic movement. Number two, they create multiple chances. They swarm you. They dominate. They run at you at speed. They draw defenders out. They shoot from distance. They play in so many different ways that you can't just sit on the edge of the penalty area. I just think when Arsenal need more ways of scoring goals. Don't get the ball out wide and just keep crossing it. That's predictable. They're set up for that. They're at the Championship. These centre-backs head the ball all day long. When they come to the Emirates, they should be getting ran ragged, moved all over the pitch. Martinelli should be running at that left-back, constantly running at him. Trossard, look at the way he set up that goal, getting past him. Shoot, we should have had 8-9 shots on goal already at this goalkeeper. I know they've got 11 players behind the ball, but there's multiple ways of scoring a goal. And I just think take the shackles off them a little bit and let them play with a bit more freedom. Shoot more. Take people on. Try and do a skill. You watch Arsenal play, nobody does a trick. Nobody does a trick. Got a little 360 turn from Lewis Skelly. Do something. 1v1. Drop 2 step-overs. Nutmeg him. Flick it over his head. Get the right back and left back on the overlap. They ain't going to score a goal. Do you know what? MLK, that is bang on what I'm saying. More joy. When I watch Diaz and Salah and them man play, they look like, yo, give me the ball. I'm enjoying this. Let me rip this fullback. When Arsenal get the ball, it's like, right, what did we practice all week? Right, I'm going to go at that angle, 45 degrees. He's going to overlap there. I play it into Havertz. Havertz gives it to Odegaard. Odegaard's got a clear opportunity to shoot, but won't shoot. He'll play it to the right to Saka, but Saka's not there, so he'll give it to Martinelli. Martinelli will run it down the byline, overrun it for a goal kick, and we'll start again. Let them play, man. Let them enjoy themselves. Ipswich at home. If we can't enjoy Ipswich at home, who are we going to enjoy? They're the worst team I've seen in the Premier League. They're absolutely dreadful. They've got no interest in attacking. They've had no shots in 45 minutes. This should be a training session. We should be shooting on sight 15 shots. We've had 2 shots on target in 45 minutes. We've had 84% possession. 1-0 is a good score for Ipswich, man. They could nick an equaliser. We can't take chances. Our attack has got to be more deadly. It has to be. That's the only way we stay in the title race. Stay in the title race. Never mind actually get closer to Liverpool and overtake them. Their attack is night and day compared to ours. Their attack's night and day. The reality of the situation is their attack is better than ours, probably in all 3 positions. Diaz is better than both our left wingers. I mean, Jota and Núñez are not amazing through the middle. Jota's injury prone. Núñez is not a good finisher, but then they've been playing Diaz up front, Gakpo on the left. Now Gakpo's scoring. Gakpo's better than Trossard and Martinelli, in my opinion, as well. And Salah's better than Saka. He's probably the most informed right winger in the world. So you've got to add something to that front line who's got that individual brilliance, you know. But I just don't see the club spending big money in January. You ain't going to get that for 20 million or on loan. You're just not, which is why we'll probably end up with Kolo Muani or someone like that. Because he'll be on loan, he'll be cheap. He was at Barca with Luis Enrique. Don't be surprised if that giraffe version of Eddie Nketiah ends up at Arsenal. I'm telling you. Wes said we have so much possession. Gabriel should get in the box for high crosses, get someone to cover. They're hardly even leaving one player up front. You don't even need a back 4. You could play a back 3 and push somebody forward. Put Timber in midfield. You literally don't need 4 at the back. I would have the fullbacks all the way up the pitch. Get them high up the pitch. Timber should be right behind. Who's our right winger? Martinelli. Overlap him, underlap, pull defenders out of the way. Can't believe our fans are booing Hutchinson. Personally, I think that's embarrassing. I'll be honest with you. People go, I went to Chelsea for money. If he was at Arsenal now, where would he be? Where would he be? He went to Chelsea. They took him on the pre-season tour. They played him. They loaned him to Ipswich. He got promoted, ripped it up. They signed him for 18 million. He's a Jamaican international. His career's going all right. He's a first-team player in the Prem. He's on thousands of pounds a week. I don't really get what they're booing him for. We're booing a youngster that we didn't play because he went to Chelsea. Yet they applauded Olivier Giroud and stood up for him. I just don't get it. He's on more money and he's playing in the Prem. I don't think he'd be at Ipswich if he stayed at Arsenal because he wouldn't have played much. I just don't get it. The picking and choosing of when to boo people is really strange at Arsenal. I don't get it. You know, I never understood why Giroud got a hero's welcome. I just didn't get it. He's a flashy lighty. Oh my days. Ah, dear. Same fans who applauded Jackal. Crazy, you know? I don't get it. They are hypnotised, man. They are. They are genuinely hypnotised. Bro, Nelly dead again. I tried to hype him the first couple crosses. After that, he's done nothing. He's been awful. I'll be real. He ain't good enough. Trossard's been our best player. And Lewis Skelly. Rice has done all right. The whole defence has done well because it's easy work for him. But, yeah, Martinelli, bro, he ain't doing nothing. He's got predictable now. The first couple of times he got past him. Let me get through these super chats before the second half begins. George said, for the players, we want 200 million ain't enough. Probably 300 to 350. Striker and winger alone would cost us in and around 200. Possibly would. Anthony said, new players are less important than better tactics. That's a great point, you know. Vader said, we won't get a striker because Havertz scored, sad times. Yeah, and Jesus is apparently back. Big C, I think this year is a chance for us to get a trophy. EFL Cup, FA Cup wide open. We have to be there when Liverpool drop points. Everything is on the January window. We can beat anyone in the Cups. You wouldn't expect us to be a Cup team, though, would you, after 5 years? But, yeah, if we can't win the league, we've got to win Cups. Second half's underway, people. I hear you. I hear you. Carl said Waneri should be playing against every low block. He doesn't seem to trust him. AP said, normally agree with you, but you're panicking on this one. We are in control and should be an easy win. Should be. Should be is very would, could, and should. I mean, you look there, that pass was short to Saliba. Could have given away a penalty there. I mean, it's not, but woulda, coulda, shoulda gets you nowhere in life. That's one thing I've learned, and I'm sure we all know that. We should have won the league. We should have won the Champions League. Here's Martinelli. He should have picked somebody out with that cross, but he didn't. It's always risky relying on that. If we get Sané for 25 plus Osimhen for 65, that's 90 million. Plus maybe a good mid for 40 mil, that's 130 in January, could win the league. I mean, I totally agree. I said that in my transfer video on Christmas Day. I would go and get Osimhen and Leroy Sané. Not necessarily because they're the perfect signings, because they're within a budget that I think is acceptable. That would cost us 90 million quid for 2 players who improve us massively. They're better than anything we've got on the pitch. I know a lot of people were saying Sané ain't the player he used to be. He's better than every winger that we've got after Saka. And he's rapid as well. And Osimhen I would take, even though he wasn't my ideal striker selection. The club are saying they don't want Gyökeres, so that's what I would be doing in January. But will they even spend 90 million? I'm not sure. Sam has said, I watched 89 game versus Liverpool, Arsenal. Arteta has adopted Graham style, defend. Even our 9 defend. Salah and Luiz don't defend. Our wingers are backup defenders. I mean, they defend too much for me. Here's Odegaard. Please shoot. No, it's blocked. He can't shoot. He cannot shoot, that guy. I actually thought a year or two ago he had a sweet left foot. Now, it's like a brown paper bag's on his foot. It's like it just collapses when he hits the ball. Guy's got no power. Look at that run from Odegaard. Just over the halfway line. Driving run. Ipswich backing off. Nobody engages him. He's in the area. I mean, yeah, it's been blocked. Bro, you curl that in the far corner. He's gone for the near. And I can tell you now that shot wasn't going in anyway. Had no power on it. HR, next games against Brentford and Brighton are critical. I feel Liverpool will drop points in the next 3. I saw Liverpool's next couple again. They got West Ham away at the weekend. I mean, West Ham are out of form, but it can be a difficult place to go at times. So we just got to hope. They got Man United. I mean, yeah, they'll smash United at Anfield. And then they've got a couple of cup games. Don't forget, people, today's stream is sponsored by Proton VPN. One of the fastest, safest VPNs in the world. Works in over 100 countries. Use the code CurtisShawTV to get 2 months free with the 1-year plan. Big up for Proton for supporting the channel. It's in the comments and in the pinned chat. Big up to Proton for supporting the channel. Trossard at the back post. Rolls it into Havertz. Is Lewis Skelly. See, he doesn't want to cross it. Which I don't mind that. Don't just resort. Look at Odegaard is having one. Absolutely having one today. Honestly, this is one of the worst games I've seen from him. Have you left the tag on your jacket to return if we lose? Absolutely. Even a draw. Highbury Zoko Badger, I agree and you are right. Osimhen and Sané would be decent. Bro, 90 million for Osimhen and Sané. Come on, man. That's your winger and your striker. And if you want to put high crosses in, Osimhen's great in the air. And Sané's a direct, fast winger. But we will see. Big up Curtis, great channel, just the wrong club. Oh, sometimes I think that myself, bro. Sometimes I think that... Oh, my dude, the tag's actually hanging out, isn't it? Yeah, we got the tag on, people, because if they don't win tonight, this tracksuit can go back. We move. Tag's actually hanging out. I said I got to make sure I don't spill no drink on it. Hutchinson there against Lewis Skelly. They will have played. Look how strong Skelly is, man. Sit down, little man. Come out of here. Yeah, man, I got to be careful, man. If I spill something on it, we're in trouble. I don't want to have to put it in the washing machine. You know, they might smell the detergent. Then I'm finished. The crowd has decided to stay in the box. Bro, they do it all the time. I couldn't believe it. I go to the game 10 minutes before the end of the half. You just see people swarming out to go and get a drink and food. And then they come back 10 minutes after the half start. And then they leave early. I don't get it. I always tell people, go and watch an Arsenal game. Eat before you get there. And at the most, you get a drink. The food there is bang average. It's kind of like Arsenal. It flatters to deceive. But yeah, I've got no idea. There's so many nice takeaways around. Oh, Rice is fouled. Right, free kick right on the edge of the box. Come on, man. Surely. Odegaard. That's a great run from Rice. Now, that is what Rice needs to do if he's in the 8 role. Driving runs. He's 6 foot. He's powerful. Driving runs forward. Curtis with the option to buy. Exactly. I brought it on loan with an option to buy. If they do well, we'll make it a permanent. They don't, we cancel the loan. I mean, this is perfect for Odegaard's side of the pitch. But it's on the right-hand side. It's beautiful for a left footer. Maybe Trossard takes it, though, and whips it around the wall. When's the last time Arsenal scored a free kick? Odegaard against Burnley? All them years ago, was it? Or Willian? We just don't score free kicks. This is in a great position to go 2-0 up. Perfect for Sané, exactly, bro. Oh no, C was saying it. Yeah, last time we scored. Who scored from a free kick? The only ones I can remember: Odegaard, Burnley, and I think Willian might. Did Willian score one? But that must have been before Odegaard. Come on. I think Trossard might move Odegaard out of the way. Odegaard's having a poor game. So he might just pull rank and say, listen, I'm the captain. Got a nose full of snot here, mate. I need to score. Saka v PSG. Did he score a free kick there? Here's Odegaard. Straight to the wall. He's having an absolute stinker. Odegaard has been awful. Lays it off. Here's Kai Havertz. Oh, he gives it away. We're still trying to play 1-2s, man. Please change this midfield. Yellow card for Havertz. Hutchinson was away on the... Wow, man just grabbed him round his back. Pulled him down. Bring on Santi Cazorla. Bro, this midfield... No. Havertz, yep, he scored a tap-in. He's hardly been in the game. Odegaard's been awful. Rice has been our only decent midfielder. This midfield stinks. Absolutely stinks. You get away with it because it's Ipswich. But you wouldn't get away with this against a better team. The midfield balance is way off. Way off. That free kick was embarrassing. It hit the wall halfway up their leg. Guy's got no power in his leg, man. Odegaard cannot shoot. But anyway. Coach, trust me, Osimhen is ridiculously underrated. Now, for reasons unknown, people suddenly think he's washed. A year ago, everybody wanted to sign him. Now people think he's washed. He's still better than anything we've got up front. I'll tell you that. He's got 10 goals already in the Turkish league. When he's fit, he bags. Simple as that. Seven shots, 2 on target. Ipswich, no shot on or off target. They are absolutely awful. But 1-0 is... They will be happy with this because it only takes a corner or something. And they'll say they've got a chance. This should be 7... This should be like 7, 8 saves this goalkeeper's made. He's made 1 that was straight at him and the goal. I'm telling you, people might have thought, oh, Brighton drew 0-0. People might have thought, I was moaning a bit at half time. Oh, we're 1-0 up. Yo, this game is dangerous. These games are the games that make me nervous. Because you've got to just end these games, go 2-3-0 up, and their head will drop and you'll win the game. But at 1-0, look, they've got a free kick now, about 10 yards over the halfway line. Centre-backs are going up. Look at this. They're throwing their centre-backs up. They're just going to ping it to the edge of the penalty area. And anything can happen. A free kick 55 yards out. And they're just going to whack it in the area. Centre-backs are up. Pinged it up in the air. Luckily we've won the header, but Ipswich have still got it. Anytime they get a free kick in our half, you're going to see their centre-backs load up the penalty area. I do not like this game. And they're in possession now. Be strong, Skelly. Skelly's been our best player with Trossard. Oh my days. Hutchinson just bars Jesus off the ball. Whips into the back post. They've nodded it down. Jeez, nobody's there. Skelly clears it. Poor clearance. Phillips with the shot. It's blocked. Look, man, they're having a spell. Our midfield's awful. Come on, Arteta, man. He's got to stop with this Havertz stuff. Hutchinson whips it in. Terrible cross. This midfield has no balance. Not new balance. No balance. Ball whipped in. Flicked on all the way across. Look. Nothing in midfield. This is a bagel. Declan Rice, and that is it. Odegaard's having a stinker, and Havertz is non-existent. Make some damn changes that affect the game. Collision there, 2 players down injured, Jesus and an Ipswich player. It's awful. Ipswich are the worst team that I've seen in the league. And we're just... Vegas Gunner said, Arteta takes the spice out of these players. Trossard used to do step-overs when he first came. Now what? Bro, man. Look, free kick to Ipswich. This one's a bit closer. This one's about 40 yards out. Centre-back's going up. This is awful. I'm sorry. This is awful. You know what? Probably done you a favour not giving anyone tickets for this game. Hopefully you'll get a better game. 8:15 kickoff. You get back late. You've got to manage games better than this, man. Phillips whips it in. It's a great ball headed out corner. Yo, they're the better team this off. They're the better team. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. Ed Sheeran must be loving this. Come out second half. 3 or 4 crosses. Now they've won a corner. This is shocking. Absolutely awful. If they dare to concede. I just... I said 4-0. I'll probably take 1 or 2-0 now. Just get out of here with a win. Corner, Davis whips it in, headed away. Poor corner. Lucky there because they pushed everyone up. They're just going to keep pumping it up. It's an awful pass. Well done, Timber. Great knockdown to Rail. Make some subs, mate. We don't need to wait. Everybody can see this shape ain't working. It's not working at all. It's slow. It's lethargic. It's easy for them to defend. And it's predictable. Saliba in possession. Rice has had a decent game. But Havertz and Odegaard. At least Havertz scored. Odegaard's been awful. That's great, mate. Playing 1-2s, 40 yards out. Get up the pitch. A lot of the community don't rate Jonathan David, says Phil, but does something our strikers really do, score goals. Well, he could be available cheap. Hutchinson wins it. Tries to whip it out wide. I think he played that pass too early. Gabriel's under pressure. He'll win a free kick. Great strength. Does brilliant against Phillips there. Goal kick to Arsenal. Sam said, Lewis Skelly and Phillips squaring up. I'm convinced Arteta has cereal with water. Tap water as well. No flavour. Cornflakes. With water, bro. Tell me, why is Partey on the bench? I've got no idea. Nah, Skelly, I don't mind that, man. He come over to defend Gabriel. Phillips tried to grab him. And then Phillips and Skelly have a little altercation. I don't mind that. Do you know what? Skelly, for me, possibly man of the match. The back four are having a comfortable night's work, to be honest. Oh, dear. We're not an easy team to watch. You would never think we scored 90 goals last year. I don't understand it. Here's Trossard. Come on, score a second goal. Here we go. Havertz down the left-hand side. Oh, his cross is blocked. It's a corner. Maybe he needed to pick someone out there. That's better play, though. Now that Ipswich are attacking us, we should now start to get more space to pick them off. I think Partey could be needed here because he'll get the ball off the defence and get the attack started. I just think we're lacking without him. Corner to Arsenal. Even set-piece FC's dried up a little bit now. Cole said I'm falling asleep. Man of the match is the ref when he blows the full-time whistle. South London's finest, that's the issue there. Odegaard picking the ball deep. 8 or 6 should be doing that. You're spot on there. You're absolutely spot on. Corner to Arsenal. Ball whipped in. It's high. Oh, my days. What a miss. Gabriel misses from 6 yards out. Should be 2-0. I don't know how he's missed that. Set piece FC did work. Oh, my days. How has he missed that? Oh, that's miss of the season. That could be worse than the Partey miss. What is that? If the hair transplant was a bit thicker, that would have been in. That is an absolute sitter. I don't know how... Like, I'm not exaggerating, people. I think he's 3 yards out at the back post. Unmarked. He's got away from their defender. I don't know how he misses that. He must have closed his eyes. They must have hit him in the face. I don't know what happened. Back post, unmarked, 3 yards out. No exaggeration. He's in the 6-yard box and headed it wide. That is a... Oh. That should have been 2-0. Set piece FC would have worked. His wig slipped. I'm telling you. The afro moved, man. It moved as he went to head it. Afro, man. I was going to go to court until I got high. Ooh, I was going to... Nah, nah, nah. And I know why. Hey, hey. Oh, what are we doing, man? There's 3 of you. The man's running rings around you. Who's this guy in midfield? He just took 3 of our players out. Here's Amari Hutchinson. Oh, he gives it away. I tell you what, man. They better stop booing him. Because he looks dangerous. I can't believe they're booing him anyway. I'm not happy with this game, people. I'm really not. He's shoehorning people into the team. Odegaard gets clattered. Every time he gets fouled now, you think his ankle's gone. He tripped on the back of you, man. Get up. Nothing wrong with him. Oh, no. Odegaard's got 2 hands on his face, laying down. Is it more his ego's hurt or is his ankle hurt? That's the question. We've all been there, people. You're having a bad game. You got an excuse to limp off the pitch. That's what we need on the pitch right now, brother. Santi Cazorla. Go and put your shin pads on. Oh, Odegaard's hurt. I tell you what, right, even though he's been awful tonight, if that better not be the ankle. I personally don't think he's that hurt. Oh, no. Oh. His ankle was at a real funny angle. Look at that left ankle. He goes over on the side. It was the right ankle he did last time. He looks kind of relaxed how he's drinking the water, but I don't want to worry anyone. That could be a twisted ankle. If he survives that, fair play to him. He's fully gone over on his ankle. He's tweaked it. It's like just gone over on the outside. He looks quite relaxed how he's drinking his water, but if you take Saka and Odegaard out, mate, I'll see you next season. I'll meet you in America on the US tour. I think he's all right. It could be one of them though where you get through the game and when you stop, you get, there you go, a bit of snot out the nostrils. Can't forget that. It's not good enough, people. It's not good enough from Odegaard. It really isn't. I'm sorry, dad jokes will continue into 2025. I'm here all week. I think he's all right, but I reckon that's one of them where you finish the game and it seizes up. Hopefully not. He's been awful anyway, to be honest. It's not, you know what I mean, Thermal? It's not good enough, people. It's just not good enough. Yeah, you just don't want to see him wipe his hair now, do you, with the leftover snot? Is he using snot as Brill cream? You know, you're better than that, Odegaard. You really are. And you know what? I'll be totally honest with you. He was a top guy on the tour. Like, he was like, he would come over, he would chat, he was having banter and everything. But if you ain't lifting trophies, bro, and you ain't creating chances, then I don't care. I'm brutal, people. I'm telling you. I'm not here to be friends with the players or the manager. I want trophies. And that's all it is. He's using Snotter's hair gel. I mean, Arteta's laughing his head off. I don't find this funny, bro. I don't find this funny at all. This 67 minutes gone, I'm still watching the same midfield that hasn't worked all game because you refuse to take off Odegaard or Havertz. Because one's your captain and one's your favourite player. Your stepson. Who's he going to bring on? He'll go for like Jorginho or someone. Maybe Partey. Oh, giving away. That's the first mistake. No, I think was that Gabriel or Skelly? Trossard on the ball. Half our team I haven't even mentioned in the second half. When did I mention Martinelli in this half or Trossard? They've hardly touched the ball. Here's Martinelli. Martinelli, first 10 minutes, I thought, this is a 7 or 8 out of 10 potential performance. You're now talking about 5s and 4s. What a turn that is by the Ipswich player. I tell you what, I do not like this game. I tell you that for certain. 1-0 is not a good scoreline. It's nerve-wracking. He needs to make changes. Havertz man of the match. No, Havertz done well, but not Havertz. I've gone mad. Trossard. But he hasn't been on the ball enough. Arsenal have completed over 500 passes. 501. Ipswich 128. But it means nothing. It means nothing, people, if you don't put the ball in the back of the net. I'm just trying to look now. At some of Ipswich, the scores they've had this season. I don't know if have they been thumped much this season or Ipswich on the ball, left hand side. Oh, they've got 3 or 4 in the box now. Their confidence is growing, man. They've had some decent results. They drew with Man United. They beat Tottenham. Everton beat them 2-0, bro. Southampton drew with them. City beat them 4-1. Liverpool beat them 2-0. Drew with Villa. I don't know. Maybe I underestimated them, but they've... Long ball upfield. Saliba having a battle with Delap. Too strong. Be careful. Here's Declan Rice. 20 minutes to go. Arsenal win a free kick, edge of the box. Please make some subs. Why does he wait so long to make changes? Well, they're making subs, but we're not. Who are they bringing on? I don't even know who that is. Delap is strong. That Smodix guy is coming off. People said he was top scorer last season for them. Who do you think of the 3 who get relegated? Clark comes on. Southampton are gone. No, he's bringing on Marino. I bet he takes off. Who's he going to take off? Jesus. I get that. Yellow card gets him suspended. He'll be disappointed he hasn't scored. Maybe he only scores against Palace, people. He hasn't been in the game. I've hardly mentioned him. Havertz up front. Marino will go in the 8. Rice will play in the 6. What a boring game of football. What a boring game of football. Can you check the ban words? Just had a message flagged for someone saying chicken. Chicken? Bro, I definitely ain't put no banned words on there like that. Anyway, chicken is a word we like in this community. It's probably my favourite word to troll Tottenham about. So I will check that. We don't want chicken being banned, that's for sure. We want chicken very much spoken about. It's a torture to watch this team play, says Ricky. Yo, I'm telling you, they'll start putting Arsenal games on in detention in schools. Right, that's an hour after school. You haven't done your homework. We're going to make you watch Arsenal against Ipswich. Please, anything. I'll write lines out. I just don't want to watch Arsenal with Havertz. Here's Odegaard. What a run. He still can't shoot. But at least his ankle isn't done. He thought it was a corner. I think it is a corner. that shot had a bit more power. I think probably the 3 promoted teams will get relegated, in answer to your question. I'm not sure any of them are good enough. Leicester, they're not bad at home, but probably all 3 will get relegated. I think Everton are poor and Wolves, but they've probably got enough quality. Elvis said, off on a Caribbean tour tomorrow morning. I'm not going to upset myself. Don't do it. Peter said, this one is decent. Some of the games in November when we were missing Saka and Odegaard were dreadful. Bro, honestly, I'm fighting to stay awake watching this. Right, chicken isn't banned. Chicken, 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 and we can see it. It's a corner to Arsenal. They're wrestling our players. Oh, my God. Oh, Declan Rice on the volley. It's blocked. Tried that Beckham to Paul Scholes corner from back at... Look at these man here, man. Skelly and Timber. What a bit of play by Skelly. Trossard, he goes out. He gets a corner. And now he's doing the cheerleader thing. Yo, if Rice would have volleyed that in, I actually think Rice had a really good game. That's good techers as well, you know. I've been impressed with Rice tonight. Good block, by the way. Biscuits time, yeah. Yo, we're on the verge. We're on the verge of Biscuits basketball and hip-hop to get through this. I think Rice has had a good game. Come on. Yeah, everyone's right in chicken, so chicken definitely not banned. Corner to Arsenal. Odegaard whips it in. It's high. It's headed away. Comes out to the edge. Oh, back out to Odegaard. Where are you going? You could have crossed it. What is he doing? He could have crossed it. He could have passed it. He tries to take the guy on and loses it. I just don't understand what's going on with Odegaard today. Pass. There you go. Somebody shoot, please. Great ball, Marino. Surely. Oh, how have we not scored? How have we not scored there? Havertz, what happened? What a header by Trossard. Havertz, can he finish? It hits him on the studs. Ah, dear, the donkey is back. That is why I call him the donkey, people. What was Odegaard doing there? Just passed the damn ball. I think there was a VAR check for a penalty there. They didn't give it anyway. Oh, my days. Knocked down by Trossard. Right foot volley. It hits him on his studs. I think they're checking for a penalty. I mean, that's a pen. And the ref, you're right in front of it, you absolute donut. Gabriel gets rugby tackled to the floor. Mokwepa said, Liverpool fan here, Big C. We both know who's winning the title. Bro, I said, bro. One thing you'll get with me is honest opinions. I told you already, you get a car, make sure you're fully comprehensive. That means any scenario, you're covered. I'm covered, my friend. I know I'm not sitting here watching Arsenal thinking, are we going to win the league this season? I'm sitting here going, Liverpool are going to win the league. Let's do what we can. If we did win the league, great. But I ain't expecting it to happen. And that's where I'm at. Here's Marino. Saved. Oh! At least he shot anyway. I'll protect my energy, bro. I know what time it is. This team will expose you. Look at this game off the pitch. Odegaard can't shoot. I know what time it is, bro. I'm experienced enough in this game. 2 seasons ago, they had me there. I thought we were winning it. Last year, I fully thought we were winning it. They can't do that to me again, people. They can't get me in that frame of mind that I think we're winning the league. No, I hope, but I don't believe. That's where I'm at. They can't do that to me. 1-0 at home against Ipswich. Come on, man. What are we doing? Meant to be winning league titles. Should be smashing these lot. 84% possession. Odegaard has been awful tonight. What does Nwaneri have to do to get a run at? Here come Ipswich. given away. They've got no quality in that final third. Well, creative to get it up to Delap. Delap's actually very strong. Yeah, listen, we'll never say that Odegaard ain't trying to make something happen, and that's why they won't take him off, probably. Because you expect him to find some. Even now, like, he's on the ball more than anybody else. And that keeps him on the pitch sometimes. Because we don't have any other player, really, that wants the ball as much as him high up the pitch in central areas. That's the problem. That's why we need another creative player, in my opinion. We need somebody else. Oh, my days. Odegaard again gives the ball away. Havertz, where is Havertz in the second half? He scored and said, right, he's took his boots and shin pads off. Martinelli, where's he been second half? Jesus, he hardly touched the ball. Come on. Somebody shoot, man. Marino gives it away. Look at Odegaard getting bullied there. Get up off the floor, man! He should not be Arsenal captain. He palmed me in my face. Oh, he hurt my nose. And it's full of snot. Get up! Take the armband off his arm. Oh, he clipped my face with his finger. That really hurts. Oh. Bro, I grew up watching Adams and Vieira. This guy got tapped in the face. What are we doing here? Oh, that really hurt. What are we really doing, man? Man's getting 200 bags rolling around on the floor for a tap in the face. What the hell is going? What are we doing here, people? Imagine getting into a fight in the street. A man taps you like that and you're rolling around the floor. What are we doing? Ipswich double change. 11 minutes to go. No change for us. He should try watching the game. We're in more pain than him watching him. And the whole team. Triple change for Ipswich. Somebody tell Arteta you're allowed to make substitutions as well, by the way. They won't ban you from the stadium if you make a sub. Crazy. Absolutely. 11 minutes to go. I'm nervous. I am nervous. One substitution. Marino. Still got Odegaard, Havertz on the pitch. Hutchinson's in acres of space up against Skelly. They'll know each other well from the youth team. Hutchinson against Skelly. Twisting. Skelly's done really well there. Man of the match for me. Hutchinson, bad touch, goes out for a throw. Skelly's been brilliant. He got in his head there. He knew. He said, bro, we've been in this situation in training. You know you ain't getting past me. You know that I know what you're going to try and do. Got in his head. Ah, dear. I can't believe it. I predicted 4-0. Poor squad depth. Apparently the bench is fixed. Here's Martinelli. Lift up your head, mate. I like the pace, but you are going to have to keep the ball. You are going to have to pass at some stage. I think he's won a free kick there. He has. Oh, dear me. Get up as well, man. There's nothing wrong with you either. Oh, dear. Look at that. What's going on? I might be out of touch with modern day football, but I hate seeing stuff like that, honestly. Like, what is... Yeah, he's rolling around like someone sniped him off the roof. He did a backward roll with his arm in the air. Oh, he kicked me. You're up, bro. You come from Brazil, fam. You know what I'm saying? City of God, Lil Z. Come on, man. I predicted 4-0. I look stupid right now. Come on. Let's get another goal. This guy's just grabbing Gabriel the whole time. You can't just grab somebody like that the whole time. Ball whipped in. Keeper collects it. 8 minutes to go. Still only one substitution. Ipswich in possession. They kick it long. They've got the ball. How have we only made one change? I mean, Waneri and Partey, I don't know. I tell you what, Brentford and Brighton away will be tough games for us. This is paint dry FC. It really is. What does Marino actually add for 40 million? Not a lot. He just looks like Edu and Arteta mixed together. And he's kind of got one eyebrow. But apart from that, not a lot. 5 to 10, it's way past their bed. Odegaard's like, listen, mate, I'm solar powered, mate. The moon doesn't count. He needs the sunshine. It's too late for Odegaard to play. He's definitely not a kid that played out late when it was dark. Arsenal therapy tomorrow, even if we win. Bro, and someone else said, yeah, sacking, bro, we might need therapy even with a W. This is absolutely awful. Honestly, it's crazy. Ipswich in possession. Rice wins the ball, but Ipswich still have it. They've got fresh legs on. They've made 4 changes. We've made 1 substitution. And yet we've got games every 3 or 4 days and we need to keep players fresh. Here come Ipswich. Martinelli does well, wins the ball back. What a snorefest of a game. I think that guy D did himself a favour not taking the tickets. Hopefully we get a better game with the next tickets. I was thinking, yeah, Ipswich 4-0. You get loads of entertainment. Jesus in my FPL. Get him out. Get him out of that FPL team. It's painful. 6 minutes to go. I haven't got a lot to say. Odegaard, well, we got 6 minutes left. Probably won't make any changes. We might bring someone on for like 2 minutes. Apparently Partey's coming on. What's the point? 5 minutes. Just going to get him. Here's Odegaard. Marino wants it. He gets out wide. Havertz. I don't think Havertz actually ever runs, really, does he? He just jogs. Timber into Havertz. Backwards. Here's Skelly. Trossard, left-hand side, 2v1. Tries to get to the byline. Hutchinson does really well. Goal kick. What a shocking game of football. Anyone who's not watching this game, don't worry about watching the highlights. Don't waste your time, people. Do not waste your time. Tell them don't waste my time. Tell them I ain't involved. No. Declan Rice comes off for Thomas Partey. Decker's had a good game. It's no coincidence when Rice plays in the 6, he has his best games. It's not rocket science, is it? I thought Rice was good today. Partey comes on for Rice. Oh, dear. I don't even know if this is worth a 2 p.m. show. It is. We are going to do one, but you know what I'm saying. Jeez. This is a snorefest. This is absolutely woeful. Oh, my God. Trossard gives it away. Lewis Skelly wins it back. Ipswich still have the ball, though. 30 yards out. They've got men over. Left-hand side. Heavy touch. Timber does well. Timber does really well. Brilliant, Jurriën Timber. Absolutely brilliant. Great defending. I'm telling you now, people, right? You know me. I always say, Arsenal need a striker. We need a striker. We need a striker. We need more than a striker. We need more than a striker. We need at least 2 or 3 new players. We just haven't got that enough of that spark in the team. Good night for the defenders. I mean, Saliba, what are you doing there? Slices it out for a throw-in. Oh, midfield's the biggest, like, in terms of creativity. The balance is completely off. I don't understand why. What? Oh, no. Honestly. Havertz, man of the match. No, I need to hear the explanation. Alan Shearer's given Havertz man of the match. He's justifying it by saying he scored the winning goal, but I'm sorry, mate. I get it. It's one of them, when you're a kid, your dad rings you. How'd you get on? Yeah, 1-1-0. Did you score? Yeah, I scored the winner. It looks great on paper, so I get it. There's no way he's played better than Lewis Skelly, Rice, or Trossard. Yo, what's going on? This guy's sitting down 3 of our players. Moving like Steph Curry, breaking ankles. Ipswich on the ball, right-hand side. Timber again, great defending, brilliant defending. Ipswich in possession, 2 minutes to go. Calvin Phillips. Great defending by Timber, man, honestly. Oh, mate, how the hell has he got man of the match? I'll never... Surely you judge man of the match on the whole performance. Ipswich have the ball, left-hand side. I reckon Shearer's had a good Christmas, man. Ipswich shoot, shot blocked. Skelly clears it. They have the ball back. Phillips heads it out to Hutchinson. Right-hand side, up against Skelly. 2v1 though, Trossard's there. We're in the 89th minute. We've only made 2 changes. Marino and Partey. Hutchinson whips it in. It's not a good cross. Raya collects it. I can't believe I'm watching a game of football, Arsenal against Ipswich, and I'm nervous when they're crossing the ball thinking, if they score, our season's done. I was predicting 4-0. This is absolutely dreadful. This is so bad. The Guardian saying that Manchester City are going to make signings in January. You know they're not going to mess about. Here's Martinelli, right-hand side. The most exciting part of this game will be when the whistle's blown. Yannick signed for Cruzeiro. Yo! I need to shout him. That's a great move. Let's have a look. They're making changes, Ipswich. Brazilian Premier League. That's a great move for him. Are they any good anymore? Yeah, they're 9th. I think he was playing for a team much lower than that. Ball in the corner is Timber trying to cross it in. Ipswich clear it up the pitch. 4 minutes added on. We're nearly a minute in. Just below the whistle, man. I've seen enough. I don't want to watch any more of this rubbish. Havertz finds Marino. Marino gives it away. Raya's got possession. Kicks it long upfield. Half the stadium's empty. People leaving. We're running to the corner flag against Ipswich. Martinelli didn't want to cross the ball there. Tried to run to the corner flag to waste time and lost the ball. Timber's got it. Timber's had a good game. Now, just to say that, he gives it away. Ipswich on the break. Nah, luckily Ipswich have had nothing going forward. Playing with your son's team. I always say that to Cruz. That's your team, man. Cruzeiro. Holding on for a 1-0 at home via Ipswich. Yannick and Arsenal Marquinhos at... I don't know if Marquinhos is at Cruzeiro. Ain't he at Fluminense or one of them teams? I think he's with Marcelo. Fluminense. 2 minutes to go of this absolute Snorefest. Ipswich smashed the ball long. They've got a player down injured. There's a break in play. Wow. Free kick to Ipswich. We got just over a minute to go. They're just going to whack it upfield. I mean, look, the plus point is if we win, we are second, but 6 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand for them. Here's Hutchinson. He's done really well there. He's got the ball back again. Luckily, his final pass has let him down. Oh, we could be away on the break. No. Martinelli, pass, bro. Just running into people. Get off the floor, man. 45 seconds to go. He's just running into people. Here come Ipswich. Please don't ruin my Christmas. 30 seconds to... You know what? They wouldn't even ruin my Christmas. I don't think they've had a shot on target. They've literally come here to just not get battered. They haven't even come here to try... Oh, man, what a ball out wide, Ipswich. They're just going to whip this in. Oh, I don't know why then. Officially, there's 5 seconds left. I don't get that. They just don't want to cross the ball. Hutchinson up against Trossard. This could be the last chance. Edge of the box. Jeez, get rid. Oh, we got away with it. Free kick. We'll win now. Oh my days. I thought that shot was going to deflect to somebody. What are they doing? Are they checking that for a handball? They're complaining that you can't get a penalty for that. No chance. What are they check? Please. Havertz. It hits his hand, but his arm's right next to him. You ain't giving a penalty for that. Just blow the whistle, man. There we go. It's over. Oh, my days. I genuinely think that is up there as the worst game of football I've ever watched. That was absolutely dreadful. Like, oh, my days. That's one of the worst games of football I've ever seen in my life. Is it crazy that I'm annoyed after we won a game? Oh, I feel like they've just wasted my time. They've just said, sit in a chair. I might as well have turned this chair around and faced that way for 90 minutes. And just paint, just look at the wall. Just throw some paint at the wall and stare at it. I think I'll keep the tag on for another few days, people. Oh, my days. If you've watched that game, I want to say thank you. If you've tuned in for this stream, I want to say thank you. You have just witnessed one of the worst games of football I've ever seen in my life. 1-0 at home to Ipswich. I mean, look. I suppose if you don't delve too much into the actual performance and you concentrate on the reality, it's a win, it's a clean sheet, and we're second in the league. I suppose my job as a content creator is I do break it down a little bit more and go, well, how come we played like that? How come we struggled so much to break down a team that had no enthusiasm to try and score a goal? You know, that game was dreadful from start to finish. I suppose the positive, we're second in the league. I said that we've got a win. I was expecting a better performance, but I suppose from a footballing point of view, you take the 3 points and keep it moving. We didn't overexert ourselves energy-wise. We didn't get any injuries. Hopefully, Odegaard didn't tweak his ankle. Timber and Jesus didn't get booked, so no suspensions. And I think we've got a few days now. I told you, I don't even know what day. I thought it was Thursday. It's Friday. Our next game is on New Year's Day, which is Wednesday, away at Brentford, which will be a much tougher game than this, by the way. But we got a few days to recover. I don't know what to make of that game. I don't know whether I just need to forget about it and just say, you know what, it's a win, don't look too much into anything else. But I just don't understand the way we're playing. Our style of football is horrible. I genuinely think the manager's holding players back. I think he's holding players back, but you cannot possibly watch that game of football, whether you're the manager, the owner, a fan, or somebody who works at the club. You can't watch that game of football and think that Arsenal don't have to, not want to, have to sign an attacking player. I don't think it's worth me ranting and raving because we won. It's a clean sheet. You don't need to watch the highlights. You just tick it off. We will break down details of the performance, of course, in the fan cam and why are we playing like that. I feel like over the years, that's a game we would annihilate somebody. Even under Wenger and stuff, like, you batter a team like that at home. Ipswich are genuinely, today, in my opinion, the worst team I've seen in the league. They had no ambition of scoring. They didn't even want the ball. They didn't care about the ball. Football, for me, is not just simply, did you win or lose that game? There's more detail to it than just that. If we look at the result, we won 1-0. It's a clean sheet. We won, you tick it off. Keep it moving. Saka's out. We didn't get no injuries. We've got more difficult games coming up. Brentford and Brighton away. Then we got Tottenham. We got Newcastle. We've got United. We got Newcastle home and away in the Carabao. So the 3 points is more important than the performance, but we're very sort of unpredictable, and that's what's bothering me. We're very unpredictable. If you look at our performances over the last month or so, and you're like, we come back from the international break. We beat Forest 3-0. I was at that game. I thought we were fantastic. We then batter Sporting Lisbon. Brilliant again. We beat West Ham. Brilliant. We beat Man United. Brilliant. We go to Fulham. We're poor. We draw 1-1. Monaco, we did enough. We beat them 3-0. Then we played Everton. We're really poor, really flat. 2 Palace games. We open up a bit more, score goals 3-2 and 5-1. And you turn up tonight, flat but nicked to 1-0 win. Listen, it's 3 wins on the bounce, right? 2 in the league. But I always say form in football is something that you can't turn on and off. You can't play badly and then play good and then play bad, then play good and keep getting wins doing that. Because we're about to play more difficult games. And if you break down individuals' performances, Odegaard got on the ball more than anyone else, and I'll always respect the fact that he's trying to make things happen. But he was poor tonight. I'm sorry. Some people think Odegaard's our best player. He's had a bad few games. And Ipswich weren't even that physical. Havertz scored an important goal that wins us the game, but he was non-existent. If you're playing in midfield, it's about more than just scoring and tapping. You've got to do more. You've got to get on the ball. You've got to win the ball. You've got to keep the ball moving. Arteta, in my opinion, he's made our midfield worse by shoehorning Havertz into the team. Because what's happened, his plan was always play Havertz up front. Play Havertz up front. Then Jesus scores 5 in 2 games, and he's sitting there going, I can't play Havertz up front because Jesus has just scored 5. I've got no option but to play Jesus up front. So then what are you going to do? you're going to force Havertz into the midfield. Even though Thomas Partey's been outstanding, Declan Rice is a £105 million player, and Odegaard's your captain, you're going to then sacrifice one of those three midfielders to squeeze Havertz into the team. Now, yeah, you might get away with that away at Palace, who've been terrible this season. And you might get away with that against Ipswich, who, in my opinion, are the worst team we've seen at the Emirates this season. But that won't work against better opposition. So then he's got a decision to make. In my opinion, you either play Jesus or play Havertz. I don't think they should both be on the football pitch from the start of a game. Keep your midfield strong. When you go to places like Brentford and Brighton in the next week, you cannot be playing Havertz in midfield and Jesus up front. It's got to be one or the other. Especially away from home. I think you've got to go back to Rice and Partey. Odegaard. Martinelli performance is still very worrying for me. The start of the game, there was a few positives, couple good runs. He just completely faded out of the game. Completely faded. It's running into people, loses possession too much. Trossard was really good first half. He was quiet second half. So I just worry because I'm like, Martinelli's not playing well. Havertz ain't doing much. Odegaard's had 3 quiet games. Jesus didn't score now. So what happens if... Where's the creativity? How many chances did we create tonight? Hardly any. One from a set piece and the goal. Back 4 was okay. Raya didn't have a lot to do. Saliba was a bit sloppy at times on the ball. Lewis Skelly for me was excellent. Declan Rice had a really good game. Timber was superb. Those and Trossard, those 4 were the standout for me. But, that Martinelli on the right-hand side thing, that might run out of credit very quickly. Very quickly, man. You may have to go Waneri on the right. I don't know. But, yeah. Boring game of football. But we did win. Let me read out these super chats. Big up to everyone locked in. Big C, the way we are playing, we are going to need therapy even after wins. How do we think Martinelli will be our Mane? Pathetic, I say. Oh, bro. He's gone backwards. He's regressed. Now, what's the reason? Is he not a very good player? Has he not been coached? Is the system holding him back? Does he lack footballing IQ? Or all of those things may be put together. D-Mac said we are banging trouble in January, trust me. If this club don't invest heavily, we will be. I'm telling you, with Saka out injured. Sometimes your stock goes up more as a player when you're not playing. I think everybody's going to watch Arsenal over the next 8 weeks and say, wow, I did not realise how important Saka was to this team. Even myself. I'm watching us tonight going, wow, Saka. We don't look the same team without him. Richard said another game where it wasn't about the performance, and we say it too often. Havertz scores, but he was so poor. The guy does not want to move, so static. The one time he actually ran, we broke the lines and got a corner. Yeah, he does. I don't know how he's got man of the match. Brian, you couldn't pay me to watch that at the Emirates. Bro, I'm telling you. Handing out tickets might be a punishment. Maybe I'm punishing the community. Manuel said, what are we missing? Merry Christmas from MTL Canada. Montreal, I'm assuming that is. We need another midfielder that can get on the ball. Right? That's what we need. Maybe a centre midfielder. So Odegaard can stay higher up the pitch. Because the problem you got, when you got Rice and Havertz, Odegaard comes deeper to get the ball. Which then, you want him higher up the pitch playing through balls to the strikers. I think we need another midfielder, badly. Marino, for me, was not a good signing. He's a squad player at best. Martinelli on the right. It just looks the same as the left. Headless chicken. And Trossard played well first half. Didn't get the ball second half. Jesus didn't get the ball. We need a striker, a left winger and a midfielder. And we're not going to get that in January. We'll be lucky if we get one of them. Big up Mohammed, who said, performance was not league-winning hype. Was not league winning type. Here come the 20 membership. Big up yourself, bro. At least you're consistent. And welcome to the 20 new members of the channel as well. Big up Mohammed. 4,000 of you locked in, people. Let's get 3,000 likes. Big up Mohammed. Big up everyone locked in. Make sure you subscribe. Juice Sauce. Jesus left wing. Martinelli. Jesus left wing. Havertz striker. Martinelli right wing. I mean, Trossard was the better winger today. That's the problem. Maybe you put Jesus on the right. He played well there against Man City last year, against Vardy. Maybe you go Trossard, Havertz, Jesus. I don't know. There's no real answer on that right-hand side. The Havertz signing changed us from up to down. People might think it's the wrong time to have that discussion, but I stand by my opinion. It's the worst signing Arteta's made. It put us back 2 years. That was the signing to get us over the finish line. We needed a DM because Partey was injured too much. We got Rice. First season, Premier League Team of the Year, brilliant signing. The missing piece of the jigsaw was the prolific goal scorer. We'd signed Jesus a couple of years ago, hadn't worked. That's what we needed. We needed the prolific striker, and we bought Havertz. We messed up. We messed up with that signing. And yeah, he scored the winning goal tonight. Yeah, great. He'll pop up with goals at the Emirates and away from home against mid-table teams and bottom half teams. Let's see if he scores against Man City. Let's see if he scores against Liverpool. Let's see if he scores away from home in a Champions League knockout game against a better team. That's where your 65 million's meant to kick in, you know? Arteta on 15 million a year. He's way overpaid. Yeah, we know why. We know why. He's the shield for the Kroenkes people. Rouet said Rice in possession is a sideways merchant. Odegaard takes too many unnecessary touches. By then the opportunity is gone. And Havertz, it's too slow. We give the opponents time to reset. And I think if Odegaard got the ball higher up the pitch, because he would be under more pressure, he would have to play quicker. Because he's coming deeper, he's having touch. He needs to be quicker. But there needs to be more movement as well. SG, Ipswich was terrible. Decision-making in the final third. Any decent attackers would have beaten us. And I told Curtis that Odegaard needs to be replaced. He will never be a top player. He's a bench player. I like Odegaard, but he's got to do more for me. I'm always watching him thinking, you're so talented, but I need more from you. There's something like goals. I need you to be deadly. When Mesut Ozil used to get the ball at Arsenal when he was at his best, you couldn't give him a yard of space because he might just play a pass that splits your whole back four in half. Odegaard needs to do that more. Be a killer creator and somebody who can shoot. Grav said, really worried about this. Sackless equals clueless. And Canadian Gooner said, we all hate Havertz. Love from the six. I don't want to use the word hate. Right, I don't want to use that. He never signed himself. But I don't think I'll ever be convinced by that signing. Never. I don't think I'll ever be convinced. And Above and Beyond said, what does Mourinho bring to Arsenal for 40 mil? I genuinely don't get that signing at all. He was overhyped. He got overhyped because he scored a goal in the Euros for Spain and people thought he was some sort of sensational centre mid. And he's not. He's a bench player for Spain who is a squad player for Arsenal for 40 million. You bought Calafiori for 40 million and he's on the bench and probably isn't actually a better left-back than Lewis Skelly. He's a centre-back, right? So that 40 million might not have been necessary. And you spent 35 million on Marino, who's not good enough to start in our team. So you've spent 75 million on two players and none of them getting our starting 11. Or 32.6. Well, none of them getting our starting 11 for 70 odd million quid. You could have bought Osimhen for that 70 million. You could have bought Ivan Toney for 40 million. You could have paid an extra 10 million and got Gyökeres. You know, I know we may have been a bit short in midfield. I would genuinely rather see Rice. We could have played Rice, Partey, Odegaard, and signed a striker. It's all ifs, buts, and maybes, isn't it? They've got to buy. They've got to buy in January. I always say in football that you can still question things when you win. And you can still be happy with some things in a defeat, individually. Not collectively, but individually. We won tonight, and I'm always happy when Arsenal win a game. And we've won, we got 3 points, we kept a clean sheet. But as an Arsenal fan, you have got to have question marks when you watch Arsenal play like that against Ipswich, who, I'm sorry, for me, I don't think they're the worst team in the league. I think Southampton are. But that is the worst team I've seen against Arsenal this season. They came, they sat in, they had no intention of scoring. They just put 11 behind the ball and basically said, gonna get beat, let's not get battered and embarrass ourselves. And we struggled to break them down. People still making excuses online. Oh, but it was a low block. Bro, you've been in a title challenge for the 3rd season. You've played against multiple low blocks. You've got to find a way of opening up a low block. Come on. Arteta, you work with Pep. Pep's the king of opening up a low block. So why do we look so regimental? We look like we got 11 soldiers on the pitch. I'm telling you, we look like we got soldiers on the pitch. Yes, sir. Arteta, sir. I will not do any tricks, sir. Blood, fire. When's the last time somebody got nutmegged in an Arsenal game? When's the last time you seen 3-4 stepovers on a man and some yo, 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 yo? No sauce in this team. Plain chicken. No seasoning. You know how many times over the years I've left that ground going, yo, brother, you see what Alexis did to that right back? Yo, twist him and turn him and Thierry and over the... You know how many times I left the Emirates going, yo, the entertainment value. I'm so glad I didn't go to that game tonight. I'd be in agony leaving that stadium. It's cold, it's raining. Season up the chicken, Arteta, man. Giving us some plain boiled chicken in water. No flavour. Right now the team's got no flavour, man. Give that team some flavour. This is Arsenal, man. You know we're meant to be one of the sauciest teams in England. You think Thierry did all them knee slides and that for you to create this boiled chicken style of football? I was tired watching this game. I was ready to have a nap. I was desperate for the full-time whistle. I wanted the AFCON ref. Blow the whistle after 75 minutes. End it. End the game. Blood, fire. My final advice, people. I said this before. Every Arsenal fan. Protect your energy. Do not tell yourself that we are going to win the title. I don't want to be a pessimist. I'm doing this for your own good. All of you. Hope. Nothing wrong with hope. Keep that hope. But belief, you can't believe in that. I'm sorry. You can't. With no Saka for 2 months, I don't believe in that. When I buy a lottery ticket, I hope I'm going to win it. I don't really believe I'm going to win it. That Arsenal team is the lottery. That is boiled chicken football. There ain't no seasoning, no flavour. We're just grinding through games. Ah, yeah, but we won. Okay, I know. Let's take that one off. At the Emirates, we're supposed to batter that team 5-0. They were rubbish tonight. I don't even know half that Ipswich team. Some of them players, I don't even remember packing them on FIFA. They must be bronze players. Boiled chicken football, bro. You can't serve that. You know, you can't serve that up, man. Give a little seasoning, some spice, man. Some, dear, dry. Just dry chicken with no flavour, you know. I'm telling you. Mikel Merino. And Calafiori and Raheem Sterling. I think I gave that transfer window 4 out of 10. I think I would downgrade that. I think that was a 2 out of 10 window. I think it's one of the worst summer transfer windows we've had in years. It's up there with Peter Cech, when we only signed Peter Cech. We've signed a left back that doesn't start left back, a centre mid that doesn't start, and Raheem Sterling, Lord knows where he is. Mohammed said, if I was right to pick a right winger in our current squad, I'd play Jesus. Yeah, I think I would. I tried to force Martinelli and hype him up, and he's back. He got a goal against Palace. Scoring a tap-in don't mean you've had a good game or you're back. Martinelli's awful. Martinelli's awful, man. First 10 minutes he looked lively, then he had the usual Martinelli game. He's got no sense whatsoever. He's just an athlete, Martinelli, genuinely. Martinelli should go to the Olympics and just put spikes on and sprint. Try and win the 100 metres. That is not a football player. That is a sprinter. Like, we've got the Brazilian Linford Christie playing on the wing at this point. Like, genuinely. There's no footballing IQ in that guy's head. I wish he could just donate his speed. Just give it to Trossard or someone. Just donate your speed. Just take it off him. It's madness. Just got off the watch along with Guns. Genuinely concerned about the Newcastle tie coming up. That performance won't cut it in the next fixtures. Big up Matt Southern Gooner. I mean, let's have a quick look at our next games. And this is what I'm worried about. It's who we're playing next. If you look at our next games, especially the next like 4 or 5, I mean, Brentford away is never easy. Wissar and Bramo and them, man, they ain't going to give you an easy night. Brighton away, that ain't no easy game, bro. Matoma and them, man. Danny Welbeck. You know they're going to give... Then you got Newcastle. Newcastle, yo, they just slapped up Villa. Isak's on fire. Then you got Man United, Tottenham and Villa all at home. Now, Man United are absolutely dreadful at the moment. But that game is 12 days into January. Lord knows what is the team going to look like. Man United could go and sign 2 players in the first week of the window if Rashford goes. And their team could look different. You just don't know. Everything can change quick. Then we got the North London derby. Then we got Villa. I'm nervous. Saka's going to miss all of them games. I'm thinking, yo, Martinelli running up and down the right against these teams. It ain't going to work. And if you notice tonight, people, Timber didn't even get forward as much on the right. Because it's Martinelli, it ain't Saka. Why do you think that is? He probably doesn't trust him as much on the ball. Because let me tell you, the worst thing you can do to a fullback as a winger on your own team is allow him to run forward to overlap you, and then you lose the ball and he has to run back. Timber probably thought today, Martinelli might not keep possession, I'm going to chill. When Saka's got the ball, he thinks, I can trust him. Let me run forward. I think we're going to get in a situation in January where there's players that we're possibly not sure whether we would take or not. And this is what Arsenal are amazing at doing. I'm going to break down Arsenal to everybody now. This is what Arsenal do to you as a football fan. Arsenal bring you a meal and you go, I don't want that. That's a bad meal. I don't even like that food. Right? And you go, I ate 2 hours ago anyway. I'm not even hungry. I don't want that meal. And then Arsenal starve you. And they don't feed you for the rest of the day. And you wake up the next day and your belly's hurting you. You go, yo, I ain't ate for 24 hours, man. My belly's hurting. I ain't had nothing. And they come back with the same meal and go, do you want that meal? And you go, boy, I don't even like that food there, but I'm starving. Just give it to me. And you have the meal and you go, boy, I didn't really enjoy that, but at least my belly's full. And that's what Arsenal do to you in the transfer window. They starve us of anything. And we're hungry. My belly's hurting me, man. Yo, just give me the back bread, man, and some tap water. I need food, man. My belly hurt me. And they bring it to you and you say, yo. And on that dinner plate, you go, right, what is it? Oh, Jorginho. I wanted Caicedo, but go on then. Jorginho. You go, what? What the hell's that? I wanted Isak. Havertz? go on then. I'll take it. And then you go, all right, we're getting Nico Williams, man. Just smashed it in the Euros. What's that? Raheem Sterling. Ah, well, at least he's born in Jamaica. We'll run off vibes for 4 months. Even the Jamaica thing's gone quickly. Nothing there. There's nothing there, people. Nothing there. We're running on scraps. And nobody in the comments trusts the Cronkays to fix it. Nobody. Nobody thinks the Cronkays are going to sign Isak or Gyökeres or Osimhen or Nico Williams or... We know we ain't signing none of them, man, in January. None of them. We're gonna go down the list and get lower and lower down the list, and then we'll grab someone. That's what we'll do. Cronkays ain't going big in January. Come on, man. Let me read out these super chats, man. Above and beyond, Gakpo, McAllister, Diaz, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch. By the way, all those players you've just named, none of them, I think Szoboszlai was 60 and the rest are about 35, 40. Gakpo's better than both our left wingers. McAllister would start. Diaz would start. Szoboszlai would probably start. Gravenberch is a baller by. I've always liked him. Samuel said, big up Big C. Barely watched as I'm overseas. Doesn't seem I miss much. We're already struggling with creativity. Now it's worse. Pool are going to win the league, bro. Like, let's just keep it a book. We're going to try our best. We're going to try our best. Of course we are. And we've got to keep fighting. You never know. Couple players in January and they lose a Salah or a Van Dijk. Things can change. But on the current route that we're on and the current route that they're on, tight a little bit at Anfield. Let's keep it a buck. Unless something swings it around. Unless they do something that changes the direction. Like you go and sign a real serious player. And then maybe they drop points and, you know, the energy changes. But you're running around with Martinelli right wing. Nothing ain't happening. Somebody just said, no, I can't see no tweet. People saying Calvert-Lewin's getting linked with Arsenal. That just better not be true. If we sign Calvert-Lewin, nah, there's no genuine links there, man. Some little fan accounts made it up. What are we saying, people? Martinelli doesn't know how to dribble. No, I'm not sure he ever did. I think he's just good at running into space. Above and Beyond said Arteta hates seasoning because he needs to be the star. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. He don't like them seasoned up players, man. You know what I mean? They intimidate him. Too spicy. Sesko and Calvert-Lewin. That'll be our summer. Would you take Rashford? No. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. And let me tell you, Rashford is the least system-based winger that you will ever see. So he wouldn't even work at Arsenal. He wouldn't even work. I tell you right now, I would take Cunha. And I was saying before, he wouldn't be at the top of my list, but I would take him. At least he's got a bit of individual quality about him. You could actually play him out wide. He does play out wide as well. And it probably doesn't stop us buying a striker in the summer. I don't know about anybody else. Arteta's style confuses me because you worked with Pep for like nearly 4 years. And you played for Arsene Wenger. So why is your football not front foot, goal scoring, attacking football? Man's took more from David Moyes at Everton than he took from Pep. I can't believe it. But no, we don't want Rashford, man. We don't want Rashford. How can you be annoyed when your team's won? I don't get it. Do you know what? It's Unknown C says, as clever as he is, unresolved issues as a midfielder, unraveling as a midfielder, unraveling as a manager, too much control, too proud to win smaller trophies. I think you're right. I think he's obsessed with dominating possession and controlling the game and it's like, I think he's a bit of a control freak. I think he wants everything to be under his control of the players and the system and how they play. I don't think he wants somebody that just runs around. He's going, what? You're doing things that I didn't plan to happen. You know, I don't think he likes that. I don't think he wants a winger that starts running up and down and twisting up fullbacks and he doesn't know what's going to happen. He almost wants to know what is going to happen next. But hey. Right, people, I'm out of here. Fan cam will be out in the next 10 minutes. Will it be Arsenal therapy tomorrow despite a win? Don't forget Proton VPN, link in the description below. 2 months free on the 1-year plan if you use the code Curtis Shaw TV. Arsenal, people, probably the only team that can win a game of football and leave you confused, annoyed, and somewhat flat after watching them win a game 1-0. It is 3 points. It is a win. Arsenal are second in the league. Don't watch that game back. Don't watch the highlights back. Switch it off and go and enjoy your Christmas and New Year. Get back to whatever you was doing, people, because I'm telling you now, you don't want to watch that game. We're back again tomorrow. Fan cam will be out shortly. Take care, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button and subscribe. Arsenal 1, Ipswich 0. I'm going to sleep good tonight after watching that boring game. Take care, everyone. Bless.